Okay. We should be fine. Oh, I need to make sure that I don't hear myself twice. There it is. Boom. Fix that. I need to close that window. There's a couple windows that I need to close, of course, because you know me, I always have all sorts of tabs up. It's always, Nate being an idiot. What a donut. All right. I think this is good. I think we're all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Nate, and we are going to have a nice little day of tornado coverage or severe weather coverage for you all. It's going to be a really interesting day, at least from a weather perspective, because I'm going to be honest with you, there are so many different outcomes that can occur to the point to where it's a little strange. I don't actually kind of know what specifically is going to happen. I just know that the environment is good enough to do it. And I know that we have some of our good old friends out there, some of our storm chasers that are out in the field right now, including Morgan, who's doing amazing in college from what I've heard. So you guys might be able to hear from him in a little bit and him talking about his experience as well as other people talking about their experience. We're going to be partnering up. Usually, from now on, I should say, we're going to be partnering up with a storm chasing group called Stormscape. Stormscape is a bunch of friends of mine that they just decided to create a giant, or not really a giant, but a storm chasing community together. And they're going to try and turn it into something a lot bigger than just the storm chasing community, which is pretty cool. So, because they're my friends, I kind of want to support them as much as I can to an extent. And with that being said, they're going to be hopefully giving us some ideas today as to what's going on. They're currently in eastern portions of South Dakota right now. So if we were to go over to the radar view here, unfortunately, I don't have their location on hand. If I had Life 360 or if I was in a Life 360 community with them, I would have, but unfortunately, that is not the case as of this moment. But they said that they were going to this activity that is over here, that is ranging from Watertown, South Dakota, all the way down towards Sioux City. And this is going to basically be the corridor for tornadic activity if there would be any of the sorts. So right along this I-29 corridor as this moves from east central to southeastern portions of South Dakota into northwestern Iowa, as well as into portions of central Minnesota. So that's going to be something to watch out for. And then there's going to be something else to watch out for here pretty soon. As I take a look at the tornado probabilities for the United States here, at least in the central portions of the United States, and then I'll show you guys the Mid-Atlantic here in a bit, because Ophelia made landfall yesterday, which of course some of you have known. I mean, I've been kind of gone for a little bit, and I have a valid excuse this time. This entire week, college has been dreadful. I had an exam that I had to try and study for, which is basically like a project. And then I had to still learn a lesson on top of all of that. So there's a lot of stuff for me to handle, but I'm working on it. I got it. So far, I have 108 in the class for meteorology, which is pretty crazy. So I'm working on it. I'm trying my best to hammer out college as well as do this, but I have a valid, or I should say I had a valid reason. I think what I need to do for my heading on my YouTube channel is I need to create a third one where it says college mode, and it is Nate's working hard on college at the moment. We'll be back in a little bit. But yeah. So huge area for tornado potential here. If you're in this little light green contour here, that is a 2% chance of seeing a tornado within a 25-mile radius. So something to watch out for as well. And then a 5% chance in this brown area. This extends from Minnesota all the way down into portions of Oklahoma, specifically northeastern Oklahoma. And so we're definitely watching some of that activity here it's going to unfold over the next few hours. And we're watching two real areas, in my opinion. This event's kind of cut in half, but they decided to combine the two areas, or into one giant tornado risk. We have the northern risk, which is really just the South Dakota, Minnesota, and then the Iowa risk. And then we have, in my opinion, Kansas City and south all the way over into Tulsa. That's going to be the second risk. And so whatever happens between the two is going to be really interesting. One's going to form a lot earlier than the other. This Oklahoma risk down here, or at least this southern risk, is going to be a lot later on when it actually starts to fire off. And then the northern risk is kind of hit or miss. It really depends upon what these storms actually do and how they start to kind of fire off. I'm already seeing some small miniature cells that are trying to do things over into portions of Brookings, which is kind of interesting. If we get more storms like that to form, and even then, there's some storms that are over near the Spencer area. That is going to start to kind of move off into the southwestern Minnesota area. And honestly, that's where I would chase. I mean, I know the southern risk has a lot more cape and stuff like that, but there's so much vorticity up north that if I was looking for a tornado, I'd be up in that northern risk somewhere at least. So that's one thing to note, of course. We got the stuff in the northern risk and the stuff in the southern risk. We also have a pretty hefty hail risk as well. Large hail is anticipated over into portions of Kansas City all the way down to Tulsa. And of course, we also have the significant risk for hail associated with that ranges all the way from southern Oklahoma all the way up into northern portions of Missouri. This includes Kansas City. This includes OKC. This includes Joplin. This includes Topeka. So quite a few areas here that are expected to see a greater than 2-inch sized hail in diameter, which is pretty impactful. If you have a car outside in a carport, if you have any pets outside, it's recommended you bring them inside, because there's a good chance that they might see a hailstone or two, and let's hope that it doesn't impact whatever of value that you have. So that's one thing to note. Matthew with the 10, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And that's really interesting that you're in meteorology as well. That's pretty cool. So good luck with finishing that up. That's good stuff. But thank you, Matthew, with the 10 once again. Really do appreciate that. Let's see. And the other thing that I want to mention here too is that though we do have a wind risk that is within this area, this isn't a SIG wind risk, which means that this is primarily a tornado and hail threat, mainly hail, honestly, especially with the southern risk. The northern risk is going to be kind of a balance between all three, but I think in some spots, especially once again in southwestern, Minnesota, it's going to be a really interesting tornado threat. The other thing I want to mention is the Mid-Atlantic. Once again, the Delmarva Peninsula all the way down into the Cape May areas of New Jersey. There is a small little 2% chance for tornadoes right within here. We're talking about Ocean City. We're talking about Salisbury. We're talking about Atlantic City, Dover. So there is the opportunity for some tornadic activity as well as some damaging winds in these spots. But it would be mainly because of these outer bands here from Ophelia. You can see Ophelia is currently circulating on the border of, Virginia and North Carolina. And a lot of these bands are just surging inland here at this point. And these little bands have little mini supercells within them and potentially could even start to rotate or even create a lot of strong, significant downbursts. So some strong damaging winds is possible. Some brief tornadoes are also possible. It's not completely out of the realm of possibilities for these areas over here in the Delmarva Peninsula. But, eventually Ophelia isn't going to be all too significant. It'll start to kind of veer back out into the open waters here as a tropical depression. It's actually going to be a tropical depression likely by tomorrow morning. So nothing really too important with Ophelia, in my honest opinion. The one thing I will say is there's a lot of flooding that's ongoing right now. So the one thing that I do have to mention about Ophelia is that this is a big rainmaker, which means the one thing I recommend is that if you see any floods, turn around, don't drown. Don't drive in the flooded roadways because they feel or they look, I should say, a lot shallower than they actually are. And that's how people, get stuck. That's how people get on, the news. They have these little helicopter flyovers and they see people getting picked up by the Coast Guard or the National Guard and stuff like that. That's because people saw the floodwaters and they're like, well, it doesn't look that bad to me. I'm just going to drive through it. That's not a good idea. So don't do that. Don't do that at all. It is not a good idea. One thing I do want to do here real quickly is I have a camera over here in Cherokee, Iowa. And this is going to give us kind of a good idea as to what it's looking like out there right now. And the reason why I say that we should look at this camera real quickly, although we do have a crap ton of other cameras around as well, so we can easily go and look at some other cameras if we wanted to, is because you can take a look at the clouds outside. There's a lot of low clouds here, meaning that there's a lot of moisture that's just barely above the surface. Everything is pretty saturated. But up aloft, there is actually a little bit of an inversion. There's actually, you have the clouds, and then a little bit above the clouds, there's actually a little bit of an inversion, which is basically going to try and limit a lot of that warm moisture from rising up above and creating thunderstorms. And usually when you want thunderstorms, you want a lot of that rising. So the thing of it is you do have this stuff here, of course, but these low clouds, there's a lot of overcast, which means that the sun isn't actually heating up the ground. And because of that, our temperatures and our dew points are very, very similar right now. Very, very similar in temperature, in degrees, I should say. And so our humidity values are pretty high. And if we had a little bit more sun, we'd be able to heat these temperatures a little bit more, at least with heat. Not the dew points, of course. We would probably be able to break through the cap, and we probably would be seeing a lot more showers and thunderstorms at this time. But because of that, that isn't the case. So we're kind of just waiting for some of these openings, more or less, to try and see if we can get some more heating towards the ground. And if there is more heating, then we're probably going to see more widespread showers and thunderstorms to form across the board, which could potentially get, severe. So that's what we're watching with the northern risk here. Do I think we'll get a PDS today? I think it's kind of unlikely. I mean, we might get PDS. Well, what I mean by PDS is like for severe weather. It's possible, like for hail. Baseballs are not entirely out of the question. It's possible. Emporia, to be exact, what is happening in your opinion? One channel says nothing, the other says basically everything. So the funny thing about Emporia is that they're kind of on the border of things. All right, so there's Emporia, and it realistically just depends upon where the storms form, which is the reason why one social media outlet might say, hey, you're getting everything, and the other says, oh, you're basically getting nothing. Because you see how these contours of colors are just kind of right over your area. So if you were to go another 10, 20 miles to the west, you'd be forecast to get nothing. Whereas if you went, 20 miles to the east, you'd be getting everything. And so the funny thing about it is that you're kind of right on that border of, well, maybe you could, maybe you couldn't. And I know that's not an answer you exactly wanted to hear. So I'm going to try to figure this out for you. I'm going to try something. Let me eat a grape. Grapes are good. All right, let me take this tab over here. And we're going to watch the camera for a little bit more. Actually, is there another camera that we can look at? I think there is. I know there's one with Radar Omega. By the way, did you guys see that Radar Omega had the new update? Radar Omega's really trying its best to be the best radar application, and it's getting there. It's not quite there yet, but it is getting there. I'll tell you what. Give it a little bit of time, and it might continue to do things. All right, so let me try to figure this out here for you, because I want to try and use some things to my advantage. So is the boundary progressing a lot quicker than anticipated? Because this is something that I do need to know before I even continue with my analysis. And boom, there we go. So now you can see on the side the camera that's in northwestern Iowa again. It looks... Trying to think. It's definitely a lot warmer than anticipated in your area. Dew points. This is basically looking at the models and comparing it to what's actually happening. So I just looked at the temperatures, and the reds meant that it's, you know, the models are were warmer than what actually happened. Blues meant it's colder than it actually was. There's 12Z. Interestingly enough, the boundary hasn't really came into view yet, unfortunately. At least not the right one. Well, actually, it kind of is. My answer is... My answer seems to be... You guys might get something, but it might not be as bad as the folks to the east. That's my answer. Let's take a look at mesoanalysis, because I feel like mesoanalysis would definitely help. And we're not using this sector. We're using another sector. Taking a bite of another grape. Grapes are good. All right. Let's take a look at surface observations. So we have a lot of southerlies, southwesterlies, which means this is right around where the boundary is. Turning. Yeah, so the boundary's right there. Wow, you're right on the boundary. Is this thing anticipated to move any further to the east? That's the real question. No, but the storms form further east. So as I said, you guys might barely see something. Over mixing? I mean, it's not really over mixing. It's there's a lot of moisture return with this. A lot of moisture return. It's like a lot. Because if it was over mixing, then the dew points would be a lot, you know, a lot lower than anticipated. Instead, it's the opposite. It's higher than anticipated. Wendy with the 1, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I mean... Oh, they brought it back to me. Cool. They just talked to me, so... Cool stuff. They're saying that when they approach a storm, they're gonna either call me or I call them. So we could get some storm chasers here in a second, but that's besides the point. Yeah, if it was over mixing, then we would be seeing more dew points in the upper portions of the atmosphere or the lower portions of the atmosphere, but not at the surface, and that would mix its way down. But that isn't the case. We have dry air aloft, which means it's not exactly mixing. I mean, it is mixing, but it's not over mixing, if you know what I mean. Thoughts on the atmosphere rebounding after morning convections? I don't like just central Iowa. Central Iowa, I don't think it'll rebound as much. It'll be areas that are in northern Iowa, so northwestern Iowa. We're talking southeastern to eastern South Dakota and southwestern Minnesota. I think those are the areas that have been untapped for the most part, and therefore it isn't going to do a whole lot. People are saying destructive severe thunderstorm warning. That does seem about right. There is a well, I mean, it does seem to be a particularly dangerous situation. Yeah, it's a destructive storm for Henrietta. We're talking baseball-sized hail. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you live in Henrietta, Oklahoma, you need to get indoors and stay away from windows at the earliest. Now, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you guys something that's going to blow your mind. You ready? This is not a hook. Nor is this tornadic as of this moment. At least I don't believe it is. Let's actually figure that out. Let's get a vertical wind profile to further try to see if our statement is true. We're not doing tropical. We're doing severe vertical wind profiles from autumn sky. We are going to pull this from KTLX, and then we're going to pull it from KINX. We're going to get a photograph here in a second. Hopefully. Maybe one of these days we will, at least. Man, I don't know where my water bottle went. I think my water bottle went in my room, actually, which means I'd have to go upstairs and get... Or not upstairs. I'd have to go across the hallway to get to it. Okay, so... There is vorticity, but it's, like, not the greatest. What about over here in Fort Smith? I don't know why this is taking forever to load. So that's, yeah, so that's not good. And then hopefully Oklahoma City can actually load. Yeah, this isn't tornadic right now. This is not tornadic as of this moment. And so the reason why is because you see this little thing right here? Some people in chat have already pointed it out already, but this right here is a hail spike. And if I were to draw a line from the radar, which is all the way over here, out in the direction of the storm, it looks like the hail spike is shooting away from the radar. And that is exactly what's happening. The radar beam is pulling through the storm. It's bouncing off all sorts of solid objects, such as hail in there. And it is giving it a spike. We call this a three-body scatter spike, but I call it a hail spike because it's coming from the hail. You can get it from tornadic debris sometimes, but it is hail. And the other thing about it that's pretty cool here too is you can also tell this is not rain. All right, this entire spike right here. This is not rain because if you go to the correlation coefficient, you can see that the correlation coefficient is blue. And remember, if it's not red, it's not rain. It's not water, which means all of that is air. All that is air right there, which means that that entire area there is contamination. You can also tell on spectrum width that is contamination because spectrum width is over this area as well. So that's pretty cool. And then the final thing, kind of nail in the coffin, if you will, is if you go to differential reflectivity, you can see a lot of these grays along with that spike. So this is indicating that there's a lot of significant hail within the storm, and it is pretty crazy to say the least. But regardless, we're talking about the potential of 4-inch size hail to 4.5-inch size hail. I think it's actually gonna be a little less than that. But just because it's a little less doesn't mean it doesn't do the same quality of damage. It's still gonna be very impactful. This is a damage threat destructive severe thunderstorm warning with baseball sized hail for Henrietta, Oklahoma. So if you're in Henrietta, Oklahoma, need to get into that sturdy structure and stay away from windows. Tell you what, if you have any pets outside, bring them inside. If you have any cars, put it in a carport, whatever. All right. You have any valuables outside, you don't want to bring that into shelter too, because this isn't joking. Anything for the OKC metro area? It's possible, but it's kind of unlikely in my opinion. All right. Let us move up north. Let's not look at Aberdeen's radar. Let's go to Sioux Falls radar, because I think this is going to be something to watch for here very soon, especially since we got a lot of stuff near Brookings. There's actually a cell that's north of Brookings near Bruce that's rotating, and that's going to become a lot more common here soon if more of those storms can form. There's also another storm that's out there near Pocahontas in northern portions of Iowa. That might be something to watch a little bit later on. Is there any more cameras that I have? There's nothing in Brookings, which is unfortunate. I have practically no cameras in Minnesota. I don't think I have a single camera that I've put up in Minnesota. That's disrespectful on my end. I mean, I just haven't been able to find any sort of, cameras over there. But what an idiot. Fortunately, we do have chasers if they continue to have decent service, I should say. But we'll stick with this camera that's over here in Cherokee. This will still give us a good idea as to what the environment's like. Anything going on in PA? I hear a bunch of thunder. It's just a lot of thunderstorms. It's not really that big of a deal. Does Wilmington, North Carolina need to consider the following? Not today. They did yesterday, not today. Not today, my friends. Where is this? This is in northern Iowa, southwestern Minnesota, eastern South Dakota. That's what we're looking at right now. We also have areas that are over in portions of Missouri that are going to be impacted by severe weather. There's actually a damage threat considerable severe thunderstorm warning over Interstate 70 right now. That's east of Kansas City, and that's west of Columbia. So there's a storm over there that is south of Marshall. And then once again, we have a damage threat destructive severe thunderstorm warning that is down into Oklahoma right now. This thing is really going off. A lot of large hail over in that area. There are quite a few things that are trending right now. Oh, that is pretty funny. I was just looking at something here on the side and it was just so strange. So most would say this is a hook, but this is actually a new thunderstorm that's forming back here in the backside. You can see singled out its own ZDR. This is its own separate storm right here with a lot of large hail. Still got a massive hail spike with it too. So, nope, that storm isn't tornadic as of right now. It's just large hail. Large hail. It's on 3 radars. The only other radar that probably could see it decently is KTLX. So let's take a look and see. But I'm pretty sure it's another storm. How does it feel seeing my Baltimore Orioles do great this year? If we can win a game now, that would be great. But lately we've been off. We had a 4-game losing streak, then we had a 4-game winning streak, and then we had a 2-game losing streak against the Guardians, and we're still have to play the Guardians 2 more times, and the Guardians just have our number, I guess. Stupid. Yeah, Oklahoma's or OKC is still looking really high up. Tulsa's looking up 40,000. Something tells me that this is still probably the best option. I'm going to use Fort Smith's radar to see. What are the models saying? The models are saying shenanigans. The northern event is really dependent upon if something forms, which is such as life, that's weather. And then the southern risk looks like it is going to form, but if it forms too much activity, then it's, too many thunderstorms, then it will just kind of crap itself out. So yeah, Tulsa's the best radar here, and as of right now, it really just kind of looks like, yeah, that's a new thunderstorm. It's a new thunderstorm that formed. At least that's what it looks like to me. Someone posted in the Discord, the cell has 4.7 inch size sail. That might be based off of what GR2 says, but in actuality, it might be a little bit less. Here, if I take storm motion, it might change it. Yeah, it changed it to 4.62, but that's still probably not realistic. Yeah, these storms that are in southwestern Minnesota are going to be the ones to watch. And realistically speaking, it's more or less because the vorticity is just absolutely insane over here. So I'll take high vorticity over a small balance between the two any day. Especially if I know that there can be activity, which it's a gamble. If I was chasing, it's definitely a gamble, but I'm willing to sacrifice. Oh, he went all the way down. My guy is booking it. Brandon Kopic said, I'm going all the way down here. Have you guys seen this new update on Radar Omega? It's honestly pretty crazy. Why are the Ravens so injury prone every year? I don't know. I wish my team could just be like sane for once. But we still have a really good team. We have a lot of good depth. So it's not the end of the world as long as they just, at least we get one person next week, which I'm hoping is Marlon Humphrey. But this latest update for Omega is honestly pretty cool because, and if I go over here, try to full screen it a little bit better. For like some people, I think it's for people who actually paid for like subscriptions, you get some additional features. They also have added a bunch more warnings, and they've filtered it. So they have like storm-based warnings, they have like tropical warnings, they have winter warnings, non-precipitation, hydro, fire warnings, which is pretty cool. So you can like filter all sorts of stuff like that. Yeah, I'm so happy we don't have Matt Canada. As a Ravens fan, oh my gosh, we got rid of Greg Roman last year, and I am feeling so happy about Todd Monken. Todd Monken's done an amazing job. But anyways, don't get me started, because I'm going to be going to that game tomorrow. I'm going to the Ravens-Colts game. But what they've also done, and this is where things kind of get a little interesting, but they also get a little scuffed. So they are trying to do what GR2 has done. They are trying so hard. And I applaud it. I applaud it. It just doesn't seem to be working that well. And here's what I mean. As for your state, you know you get nothing, even if the storm's close. What? I don't understand. Anyways, let's take a look, for instance, at the storm down here in Oklahoma. Let's take a look at this thing again. All right. What's up, Shell, by the way? Nice to see you again. With Gibson Ridge, you can take something called a volumetric 3D of the storm. And it's as simple as this. Volume Explorer. Look at that. And you can take a 3D, you can filter specific reflectivity values, you can change it to like velocities, normalized rotation, KDP, spectrum width. That's pretty cool. And if you also wanted to, you can filter it into specific things, which I do sometimes, just like this. I filter between like heavy rain, which is this like red lining, and then you have all the pink inside, and that's all your hail core, which is pretty cool. So that's nice, right? GR2 can do that. That's amazing. GR2 can also take a slice. This is, I believe, a cross section. Yeah, it's officially called a cross section in radar. And this is pretty cool too, because you can also see, you know, with height, the different stuff of the atmosphere within the storm. So 60,000 feet, 50,000 feet, 40,000 feet, you can see a lot of hail aloft, which is a lot of hail. My goodness, there's so much hail up there. Which, by the way, if you've ever noticed, oh, well, I guess you can't notice it anymore because we're pretty far away from the radar. So never mind. That's a 70 mile per hour wind gust report in Henrietta, by the way. But if we go over to radar scope, all right, they are trying so hard to do the same exact thing, but it just doesn't work as well as it should. So you can still take a nice, you know, 3D just like that, but then it gives you, right, it gives you your volumetric thing, and then you have to try and filter it And it's just, it's okay. But this is what comes out of it. And I'm just like, what in the world is this? You know what I mean? So it can work. It has the possibility to work out really well. But like, it looks pretty atrocious. Like, look at that. That's just, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's the same storm that we just saw, and I'm just like, I have no idea. On top of that, it's only reflectivity. It is only reflectivity that you can do this with. And if I decide to take a same slice here with this, it is super smooth. Super smooth. I don't even know what this button does. But it is like so smooth. It's like, it's really, really ugly. So, all in all right, I like the idea. I like the idea in theory. It's just the execution, the handling of it is not exactly the greatest. And because of that, it's pretty difficult to use. Pretty difficult to interpret as well. So, that's the new update. It's not bad. It could be a lot better. It really could. I can't wait to react to the new update that Radar Scope came out with, though. Radar Scope is really trying to hang in with it. Someone made a report in South Dakota. Sounds like a job for me. That is a funnel cloud from John Wetter. Hey, I know who John Wetter is. That's the dude who's on Spotter Network, I believe, right? Yeah, Northern Brookings. It says funnel cloud about halfway to the ground. And that looks about right. Looks about right, honestly. But yeah, that was the report as of 2.5 minutes ago. Tornado down. Now there's a tornado report. Is it on this cell? Tornado spotted on the ground east of Bruce, since roped out. But there's like people that are like closer to this that said it's a funnel cloud. So honestly, I'm gonna put some money on the people who are closer to it, like the guy who actually owns Spotter Network. He said this is a funnel cloud, and I'm gonna put money on that, just based off of what's going on. But I'm gonna look and see what's on Twitter. Because based off of the reports here, this dude's like all the way over in Brookings. Which doesn't sound the greatest. Tornado in progress north of Brookings. He's pretty far away from it from the looks of it. He's pretty far away from it, honestly. Is there... Cannon is right next to it. Oh, okay. He just reported, yeah, he's right there in Bruce, and he just said brief tornado touchdown.
Tornado warning for north central Brookings County in east central South Dakota.
Oh, that thing is like dancing, like right there. But it definitely did, according to someone who's like literally right there. I know this person who's right next to it, and said that it touched down briefly, like very briefly. This is a weird polygon. Yeah, it's roped out. Interesting. That's very interesting. How many chasers are actually up in this area? There's a lot of spotter reports, I'll tell you what. Jeez. Give me a second. Something, All right, I just told my chaser buddies that I'm ready for them to come on. They're apparently right next to the storm, which means that we should hypothetically be able to see what's going on. I have to consider the following with stalled outflow boundary in Kansas and far western Missouri in the next couple of hours. Well, yeah, I mean, it was forecasted to be stalled, but the only issue with that is that if the boundary is going to stall and storm motion is along the boundary, then it's going to cluster more than likely. So that's kind of my concern with that event down there. Can it, like, not cluster? Can it not? All right, so we did that. So once again, this is a tornado warning right now for a storm that has had a history of producing a brief tornado, although that's kind of what we're expecting here with this event. A lot of these tornadoes that just start to spin up and then produce something. So this is over near Bruce. This is going to be heading over towards the Estillon areas, as well as the Toronto areas over here in eastern portions of South Dakota. So if you're in that general area here, specifically in north central Brookings County, you have a tornado warning until 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So please be sure to get into shelter if you can. All right. So now we have our good old buddy, old pals. It's Tristan in the background with Morgan and Riley. What's up? What do you guys have out there?
That's what we got. Car gonna pass across us. Yes.
That's what you got.
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. All right, take care. That was the Brookings County Sheriff. Rapid rotation. Rapid rotation. We're just north of Brookings, just on the on-ramp to I-29.
The funny part about it is that I can not see.
Okay, trying to wrap right there.
I guess we'll have to wait for it to kind of load because the camera is just kind of scuffed. But
oh, look at that. We have time back here. We have plenty of time.
So, is it off the ground right now?
Currently off the ground. Rapidly rotating just above the surface, though.
Okay.
We had there was a cone down about 5 minutes ago. Reported by other spotters as well.
All right.
It had another attempt. Yes.
Yeah, I know Tornado Clips. He was very loud. That's why I turned him down. My ears died.
I think really. Right. Possibly on the right side.
I'm gonna close the call and rejoin it. I'll be back.
Go for it.
Yeah, my Discord is being stupid. So there we go. All right, we got that. It's working now. Can Tristan unlock his phone? Like, can it not be There you go. That's better. Pop out.
The whole
There we go.
state rapidly rising.
Ooh.
Pacific area. Let's maybe that.
Yeah, I'm looking more towards that right side, honestly. Because realistically speaking, it's kind of like back right side almost. So for chat, if you're trying,
Right there.
oh, there it is. Yeah, that's
Right
a funnel.
there. That's a funnel cloud.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is near Bruce, South Dakota right now. We have a storm that's currently tornado warned here for north central Brookings County. If you're in this area, you need to get into your safe space right now, as it looks to be a potential tornado right now. Looks like a funnel cloud is currently ongoing and spinning right in the middle part of your screen. Definitely a wall cloud at minimum.
Right now, but that's getting. Well, perspective's important.
Oh, that thing is. Yeah, that thing is definitely getting.
Oh.
It is tubing. It is
Very
100% trying to stretch its way down to the ground.
Punching around. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Hey, look at that. Yeah, Nate, you can see the clear slot up here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Punching around the left side.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's very close.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please be sure to share this information with as many people as possible.
That is.
Hit the thumbs up button down below if you want to help me spread this on to YouTube's algorithm. This is a phenomenal sight that we're seeing here right now.
Dust cloud on the ground.
Yep, tornado on the ground once again. So once again, this is over near Bruce as of this time.
Watch. On that storm. We're
I'm going to try to edit this so you guys can actually see it a little bit better.
Maybe it's receding slowly. Look at that, though. Look at how clear that is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very clear. That's what
There
he
we
was
go.
talking about. The clear slot wrapping. Right.
But once again, this is a tornado warning here. Here's the tornado warning in general. I'll zoom out so you guys can see this is eastern portions of South Dakota. And a lot of these little storms are going to continuously start to wrap around over and over again and try to produce these little spin-up tornadoes. And that's exactly what this thing just did. We just saw it right in front of our very eyes. This is once again in northern Brookings County here in South Dakota. And if you live in any of these areas north of Bruce, as well as areas near Esteline and Toronto here in South Dakota, we're talking about areas that could be in southern portions of Dual County in South Dakota. You guys need to get into your safe space right now, underground or lowest innermost part of your building.
Nate, I'm going to take the camera away for you for a brief second here.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
going to try and get up and look on the storm that's to our south and west now approaching us.
Yep. That's Stormscape storm chasing group that is on with us right now. It's a group consisting of Riley, Tristan, and Morgan. And they are definitely dominating out there. I'll tell you what. Aren't you happy that you stayed in the northern mode? The northern mode totally.
Oh, that. You see that little dark thing in the.
That's a. I can't tell if that's a remnant clear slot again.
It looks like this. I would say move up to the north. That's what I would do.
Yes, just start inching up, you'd say?
Yeah. I mean, this thing isn't moving that far or that fast off to the north, but I mean, it's moving to the north.
It's starting to lower again.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. Side.
Pull this back up again.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, is that a heck of a view right there.
All right. All right. I'm gonna take this away from you again for just a second. Mount it in the car. Riley, you know how this thing works, and I don't. Yes.
On the side.
I'm going to fix this here so that way you guys can kind of see. This is near Bruce.
There we go.
South
Do it. Do it.
Dakota.
There we go.
We're good.
Move this down.
Actually, go
Oops.
back over.
Thank you.
There you go.
I should maybe not
is
have the
taking
camera
over.
on while I'm doing
This
this.
is the taking over as the dominant mesocyclone. There's stuff to our south as well. Rutland.
Yeah.
That looks like that might be another thing.
Right, we're good.
Alrighty.
That is centered in the shot.
Let's go.
Yeah, I would stick
Yeah,
with
this
this one
should-
for right now, and then if this storm dies, then of course you can start to float down. But that's an interesting. You see that elongated inflow tail right there? It's like super skinny, but it's so elongated. Might be a vorticity band that's right in there, actually. You guys can see that here. If camera's moving around, so give it a second. There it is. So you see how this little cloud kind of extends just like that? That's actually an inflow tail. That's moisture that's streaming into the storm, and it's trying to, you know, feed the mesocyclone and stretch up into the vertical. And so this definitely looks like a storm that is trying, you know, it's trying to continue to intensify. It's continuously ingesting a lot of moisture, which means that this thing is still a healthy thunderstorm. And man, oh man, does that look really interesting as a wall cloud? I'll tell you what, this wall cloud looks absolutely stunning. And the funny thing about it here too is that this is not one of your typical wall clouds. I mean, wall clouds usually, it's just, you usually see just the cloud drops and it's just a hunk of cloud, right? But this wall cloud in itself is actually, it's kind of got like a little bit of a donut in the middle. Like right in the middle, you can see the cloud is missing in this spot right here. And it's not super uncommon for some of these weaker storms to have something like that. And usually what happens is somewhere within the middle of that donut or on the outer edges of the wall cloud is where you can get your spin ups. And usually if it's on the outer edge, it'd be on that kind of backside over here. If you know, they're gonna stop eventually, of course, to see the storm and investigate it a little bit further in a bit. But it would be kind of on those little outer edges of the wall cloud, which is something similar to what we saw about 5 to 8 minutes ago. But look at this tail cloud here. I mean, it's just a lot of moisture, a lot of inflow that is starting to kind of stream into the storm now. And it is, I mean, it is supercellular. This is exactly what you get with a lot of vorticity. And it just so happens that this is exactly what you are getting from that. And wow, I mean, just look at
Clear
that.
slot is about to punch, Nate. Look at that on the left side.
Yeah.
Clear slot is about to punch. See it.
You can see lack of rain right about here, which means that somewhere over here is likely where we would have to watch.
Tell me if it gets-
Man, one thing, yeah, and the other thing about it too here is you can actually see. My apologies. This is actually your wall cloud right here. So this is actually a typical wall cloud. My apologies. And it's actually just a miniature version of a supercell. And you can see that back here is the wall cloud right in there. So this massive lowering right here is the wall cloud. And that's a new tornado warning.
Very soon.
Tornado warning for North Central Brookings County in East Central South Dakota.
But no, yeah, right here is the horseshoe. You have your RFD that's coming in between these two clouds that are punching through at this spot, which tells me that somewhere back in here is where I would watch for something tornadic. It would be kind of more reserved to the rear, or maybe something that's right about there. That's kind of where I would be watching. Oh, that might be it on the left side, though. That might be. It's hard
Nate,
to say.
I'm gonna have to cut your camera here for just a little bit. We're about to exit near Toronto, and we're gonna go east, and we're gonna get you a view of this thing as it cycles.
All right, that sounds good. So once again,
All right,
these guys are currently north of Bruce, South Dakota right now. They currently are in a tornado warning here. This is for northern Brookings County. It's likely that there could be a new tornado warning for southern Dual County here in southern, or I should say southern Dual County in eastern South Dakota. Jeez, so many Souths that I have to say. But that That definitely looks like another funnel. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's another one.
Yep. My time.
That's
Yeah,
another
sorry
one.
about the edge of the car and the view, but
It is what it is.
We're working
A
on
view, a view is a view. It's okay. Hey, eventually I'll be getting one of those 360 cameras to put on top of the car when I come down to OU, and I'll just be able to have that.
I cannot. I cannot get it.
Oh, jeez, that's a crazy view right there. But this is going to be heading off into the Esteline and the Toronto areas here in portions of South Dakota. So if you're in those areas, I recommend you guys get indoors, stay away from windows, as the potential for a tornado is possible within this area. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. It helps us spread this out with more and more people on YouTube. And once again, it helps us spread awareness. So that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're enjoying the coverage so far, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below as well. But once again, tornado warning here. This is for northern Brookings County here in South Dakota. More than likely, we could see a new tornado warning for southern Dual County southern Dual County in eastern portions of South Dakota. There's also a severe thunderstorm warning that is nearby. That one doesn't seem to be too tornadic. So that's kind of interesting to note there. But these storms that are currently elongated on the eastern portions of South Dakota, these are the ones that we're kind of watching out for as the ones that can try to create your spin-up tornadoes. A lot of vorticity over here, which means that there's going to be a lot of funnels that can reach down to the ground and be on the ground for, I'd say about a minute, give or take. So this would be definitely one of those scenarios. I'll put the Cherokee camera over here in Iowa up for right now. And we also have, just on a side note, we want to make sure that everyone kind of gets an idea as to what's going on. We also still have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is a damage threat considerable severe thunderstorm warning for tennis ball sized hail. This is for McIntosh and Okmulgee counties until 4:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time here in Oklahoma. So if you're southeast of Henrietta, if you're near the Hanna, the Eufaula, and the Stidham areas, you guys might need to watch out for the potential of some significant hail. I also want to take a look. There's a severe thunderstorm warning south of Kansas City for a bunch of clusters that have formed just to the east of Ottawa, and it moved over towards the Belton areas here in Missouri. Good bit of hail with this one. Doesn't seem like there's a lot more with that. There are some thunderstorms that are starting to form from Butler all the way down towards Joplin and even areas to the southwest of that. So those might be some storms to watch as well. But other than that, that's kind of what we got here from a weather perspective at the moment. Had to do that there real quickly. So let's go back up north to the tornado warning. A lot of reports of funnels. New broader funnel, about halfway to the ground. Fast developing funnel, touchdown imminent. Lot of reports coming in. Interesting. Checking to see. It looks like they're still trying to get themselves into position here. They're encountering a lot of rain and hail. And the storm that's over here in South Dakota, once again, has been producing a lot of funnel clouds and a lot of tornadoes. I think that's tornado number 3. We've seen 2 of them here live on the stream with our chaser. But the storm is definitely trying to do a couple of things. Yeah, it looks like the storm that's south of Kansas City is starting to get a lot of hail. We're probably could be talking about some tennis ball sized hail possible with this storm. It is possible. Yeah, like Riverview Estates area, Peculiar. Those areas might see some pretty large hail here very soon. It's definitely possible. So once again, if you're in a severe thunderstorm warning, the recommendation is for you to get indoors and to stay away from windows. That is the main thing. That's the new damage threat. Considerable severe thunderstorm warning for 2-inch sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that's not all too surprising. So Riverview Estates, Belton, Raymore, Stillwell. If you are in those areas, I recommend you guys get indoors, stay away from windows, because these storms are going to be either moving over you right now or moving into your area. Stillwell is actually towards the end of the storm, so they're actually going to be out of it here in a bit. But areas that are like Raymore, areas to the east of US 71, north of Peculiar, you guys might actually get some of that activity. So the recommendation is, if you have any pets outside, bring them inside. If you have any cars, put them in a carport. If you have any sort of valuables outside that, you know, mean a lot to you, then make sure to bring them into some form of shelter. I want to go back up north here real quickly. I want to go back to the stuff that's in South Dakota. And funny enough, it looks like, I think a storm tried to grow upscale. Either that or it just merged and stuff just ended up getting weird. But it looks like a storm tried to grow upscale. There's a lot of large rain droplets over here, which tell me something really interesting. I wonder if I go aloft, is there a new mesocyclone? Yes, there is. It's very shallow, but it is there. It's just to the east of Bruce. It's actually in between Bruce and White. So that might be a new storm to watch out for, honestly. Could be something we would need to watch out for. How active do I think second season's going to be? I'm not really that into climatology, honestly. Someone asked for a vertical wind profile in Kansas City, by the way. So here's your vertical wind profile. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. A lot of it's pretty streamwise. So that's cool, but right motion is off to the east. Right? And it's almost kind of paralleling that boundary that's over there, which is kind of the reason why I'm like, might see too much convection over there. Might see it. Wow. Three Cape and Vorticity is going off here. Also starting to see some Three Cape and Vorticity over in that area south of Kansas City. So maybe it's not entirely bad that both of them could be a thing. I'm going to change my sector one more time to this. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. A lot of Three Cape right here, a lot of Vorticity. If more storms can just form here in the southeastern portions of South Dakota, then it's possible. But I think there can be some stuff that they can get. Nice to see you, Toast. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's possible that a new mesocyclone could be trying to form. The only issue is that it's kind of clustered at the moment. It should be able to fix its issues. Keyword should. That's a report of a brief, weak tornado, rain-wrapped tornado south of Appleton in Minnesota. So that could potentially see it. Could potentially see a tornado warning. We'll see. Trying to look over here. That's a is that a new severe thunderstorm watch that just got issued? It looks like it to me. Yeah, that looks to be a new severe thunderstorm watch that just got issued. Arkansas, it doesn't really, I don't think you guys are really going to get a whole lot. That's 3 severe thunderstorm watches that just got issued now. Or 3 in total, not 3 at the same time. There's one in Iowa. There's one in Missouri. There's one in Oklahoma. I really do wonder if they're going to put a tornado watch in Minnesota. Yeah, a few supercells may evolve with time. So it's going to be really interesting. But I mean, there's already been a few tornadoes that have been reported anyways. So it's kind of like, it's kind of hard to say. Their camera goofed themselves again. Give me a second. Turn it off, turn it back on. And their camera is definitely not on at the moment.
We're about to turn west to give you a great view for some wind turbines of the cell.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there's the camera. Huh. And they're now they are buffering all over the place. let's take a look at what they're looking at first, because they are definitely having some technical difficulties. I'll tell you what. So first things first, the one thing that I do notice is that the storm is trying to form a new mesocyclone. It is trying to do so. My guess right now is that they're probably looking west, or they're probably looking south. Either or. And it's. Oh, I'm getting. Okay, never mind. And so as of this moment right now, they kind of are just looking at the storm, but it looks like a mess. You know what I mean? It looks like a cluster. It's not as good as it once was. But it is very, very interesting. Yeah, I've been, for those of you who've been wondering why I haven't been uploading, this week just so happened to be the week in which I had a huge exam in college. And there's no way I was going to miss that. Had no time at all. I have no idea why my phone is being as stupid as it is. Interesting. Thunderstorm and Lee Summit, correct? Live on the 5th floor. Want to be prepared. Lee Summit is south of KC, isn't it? Yeah, it is southeast of KC. Your particular part of the storm, it looks to be heading off towards you. So my thing about it is, regardless if you're in a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning, I really do recommend that you guys get away from windows. Get in a sturdy building and get away from windows. But yeah, that storm could potentially produce some golf ball sized hail near you guys. I appreciate it. El Tresky. I appreciate it. You have an app called My Radar and it's showing a hook near Henrietta. Yeah, that storm has been trying to do stuff. The only issue is that the wind shear is definitely not good enough to do so. And second off is this storm right here, it's not actually a hook. This is a hail spike. And this is the body of the storm right here. So it's actually not hooking at all. It's just a giant storm. But yeah, Lee Summit, you can see, is right here. Here's the cluster of hail. And it's moving in this general direction. Actually, let me get a get storm motion. So yeah, this body of hail is moving off into that general area. And the same, that's the stuff that's over in Cleveland. That'll try to head off. I think these storms are not really moving that fast, though. Yeah, it's like 30 miles per hour, so could be a lot of rain, honestly. Big flooding threat, perhaps. But there is definitely a lot of hail that is possible in some of these areas. Interesting. Ophelia, for reference, isn't going to really be doing a whole lot. I can't show you guys this. It's not for broadcast, but I did retweet it on Twitter. So if you guys want to see some of the past tornadoes that have occurred today, that's a really good shot of it because he's like right next to the tornado. So that's pretty cool. Large hail. I'm trying to scan through Twitter here because there's some things that you can find from, you know. Looking on Twitter and trying to see what's going on. Twitter or X or whatever. What in the world am I watching? I have no idea what I'm watching. I really have no idea. Don't look at me. Nope. There's that tornado right there. Is there any other pictures? I cannot see. Oktoberfest is going this weekend. How do we alert them? I hope they have sirens. I hope they have sirens. Yeah, for those of you who can't find my Twitter is right there. There's some things that are on here that I'm just like, huh. Is that a mesocyclone that's trying to develop? I don't know. It's possible. It looks like it's possible. It looks like there's a supercell that's trying to develop right here. It is very difficult to tell. Did they just merge? Did the two storms just... No, doesn't look like it. Are there going to be any more thunderstorms that are going to try and form? There's another one that's near Brookings. That one's trying to hold strong. How's that one looking? You There is a mezzo aloft. It's just got to break through the environment. It's got to break through the cap. Believe it or not, I'm not actually watching football. That'd be me tomorrow. We were watching a tornado earlier. Actually, we watched 2 of them, which was pretty funny. They're not back yet. We have chasers out in the field from the Stormscape Chase group, which consists of Morgan, our good friend, as well as Riley and Tristan. Riley is another chaser that we had on stream earlier in the year. If you guys remember that March 31st event, we had a chaser down south, or actually we had a couple chasers down south in Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee. And one of those chasers was Riley. And he's part of that chase group now. So they're all together out there right now. Don't you dare apologize for talking about my feelings on Twitter. I mean, I'm going to apologize because that's the type of person that I am. But at the same time, I get the reason why I shouldn't. My thing about it is, with my feelings, is that I was raised in a culture to where your family is family, and you defend your family, you love your family. You may not like your family sometimes, but you defend each other, stuff like that. But in addition to that, your friends are also family. You treat your friends like they're family. Let's calm down with the caps, my friend. Let's calm down with the caps. All right. First off, Olathe is going to see some severe weather today. It is possible that they see some severe weather today, but chill, my friend. Shouldn't be super significant. Just have a plan of action just on the off chance that the worst case scenario happens, and if it doesn't, then that's perfect. But no, I was born in a culture of your friends are also family too. And I expect nothing but the best from my friends to try and better themselves up, every single time. We're not settling for any less. We want to always settle for getting better every single day. We help each other out. We defend each other. We'll defend each other even when we're making mistakes, but then we correct each other afterwards. Because, that's the process of growing. It's the process of, being an actual friend. Stuff like that. But, if you're not growing, it makes me feel less appreciated, and such is life. So when I talk about my feelings on Twitter, that's usually what it's about. But I'm fine, honestly. I'm okay. I'm tired from this past week. This college, as I said, has been really crazy, which is the reason why I've not uploaded anything on YouTube. But yeah, I'm doing all right, Frenchcore. How are you? Chaya, what's up? Nice to see ya. Yeah, that's just a massive cluster that's like southeast of Kansas City right now. Got some quarter-sized hail. Oh, geez. Scared the crap out of me. They are bugging out. That service is. Oh my goodness, what is. You guys see this? Oh, I know, Alton. Oh, I know. Wouldn't be confirmed if that wasn't the case. That is a huge wall cloud. Their service is like next to. What in the world? I'll tell you what, though, that thing is spinning like a top. When we did see it move, it was spinning like a top. You could see that inflow tail right here. You could see wall cloud spinning back around on the outside. I mean, that is. Oh, I just blinded everyone. My apologies. Very nice. But that was a heck of a wall cloud that they just saw. I'm trying to figure out where specifically that is. It might be too far away from the radar for me to be able to see anything that's good. But I think it might be this thing that's south of Toronto. I think it's this supercell right here. That's my best guess. Actually, I think that's exactly the case. I think this supercell just blew up. It's just now gotta, take advantage of things now. It's gotta do something.
Hey Nate, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, now I can hear you guys. What's up?
Okay, I switched to my hotspot. You are right on the cell that we are on. We are on the cell just south of Toronto.
Yeah, that looks I'll tell you
we
what,
are gonna-
that is a supercell now. It is a supercell. It's merged with another storm, and it's finally
A little bit more. Oh,
Oh wow.
that's a bolt.
Wow. So what have you guys been seeing over the past 10 minutes?
Oh, we saw a fall. Probably 5 minutes ago again. It was a little bit. This was beginning to form a little wall cloud. This is
This is
trying to wrap up right in front of us, I believe.
try to open up. It's low. There.
Here. And right above my finger.
I'm sorry. It's so funny to hear them sometimes turn into a robot, but I can now understand them. Yeah, that is a heck of a wall cloud right there. Oh my goodness.
Tell you what, that thing is rapidly spinning.
Yeah, it's spinning like a top. You can see you can see the tail cloud on the right side there. You can see the mesocyclone around. Wall cloud. This is a huge wall cloud, actually. Huge wall cloud. Might see a little bit of the SVC here on the side too. It's where vorticity starts to stream in with the tail cloud, and then it starts to go up into the vertical. So this thing is, I'll tell you what, it is supercellular. It is 100% supercellular, this thing that's over near Toronto, South Dakota. And this thing has had a history of producing tornadoes. This thing has had a history of doing it. But my, oh my. By the way, there's our, there's one of the members of, Stormscape. That's also Caleb. I didn't know. Yeah, no, that's right. Caleb was with us all. Yeah, so Caleb's there too. So they got the whole crew out there. They got Caleb, they got Tristan, they got Morgan, they got Riley.
Yeah, you want us to give introductions or something?
Well, I mean, that's the thing of it is that if we're gonna be working with each other every now and then, they might as well know your guys' names, which group you guys are a part of.
Yeah, that's true.
S-
Yeah, I apologize that Caleb is in the corner of the shot, but it is what it is.
yeah. Stormscape. That's a heck of a wall cloud. Looks like it's
We're gonna have to move very soon. This is like a mile ahead of us.
yeah, you guys don't exactly have a dominator on your hands, so you can't really just, you know, drive into it.
Oh yeah, I see it way down there. Yeah, but we're on this
need to
one
go.
right now.
We need to
Yeah,
go.
that's gonna run over us. Alright, I'm gonna blast east.
Sounds good to me. So, once again, this is northeastern Brookings County here in South Dakota. It's going to head into southern portions of Dual County. And big wall cloud once again. Big wall cloud that's starting to spin around here. Nothing that's on the ground right now, but it is spinning. You can clearly see that that is the case. You can see there's a tail cloud that's streaming into that area right there. So this is pretty textbook. You can see, yeah, there's the... well, we saw earlier, we saw that it was on the edge of the horseshoe that we usually talk about. So that's as textbook as you can get it. Right now, it doesn't seem to be spinning as quickly as it once was, but it's definitely a part of that supercell. And once again, the supercell is currently located just to the south of Toronto, South Dakota, which is where our storm chasing group is out there, the Stormscape, Storm Chasers. That's gonna be such a tongue twister for me. The Stormscape Storm Chasers. Oh boy. Say that 10 times as fast, I'll tell you what. Stormscape Storm Chasers. Just got a text. Okay, cool. I want to take a look at the storm south of Brookings. That thing isn't really doing as much as I thought it would. It might be this band, a cluster right here, that is actually like one of the only clusters to keep going. I want to take a look at the meso-analysis and see what our theta E advection could be looking like here. Well, I mean, there's enough moisture content for it to try and do something. It just needs to form some more stuff that's on the back here. It's kind of hard to
Hey, we
say.
can really punch in this thing again.
Looks like they're back up. We'll keep that up there in a second, but yeah, it's in a good band of 3 Cape right now. You can see there's a lot of 3 Cape, a lot of vorticity within that area. So it's got the parameters. It's definitely in the right spot to try and do something. And of course, I mean, this storm has had a history of producing 3 tornadoes in the past, so
Like maybe getting foreground on it. It's surging.
Yeah, this thing is really wrapping up.
oh,
Let's go.
Oh, that's.
So we're not safe here. We are not safe.
I'm
here.
gonna video out the window.
video out the window. There it is. What is this,
Hey,
Twister?
this, don't try this at home.
Don't try this out.
Do not try this at home.
Oh boy. We have some influences, influencers here. Totally. And as soon as that happens, the connection cuts out. That's totally the greatest timing in the world. No, it doesn't cut out completely. There definitely still is some rotation within that storm. I think that's pretty obvious. Red's moving away, green's moving towards, so there is some rotation right about there, just to the south of Toronto. This probably will head off towards the Toronto areas as well as the Astoria areas very, very shortly. Let's move off down south. Let's check up some of the other storms here. South of Pleasant Hill, there's quite a few storms actually. This one over here near Harrisonville is kind of interesting, honestly. Not sure if it's trying. Nah, it's behind the outflow boundary, so it's not going to produce a tornado. A lot of wind at this time. But you can see there's an outflow boundary right about there. Let me see if I can actually get... There you go. So there's another... It actually goes all the way down here. Anything that's behind this outflow boundary really shows you that there isn't anything tornadic within that. So basically anything that's up here is non-tornadic. And essentially that's because all the moisture is over here. And this outflow boundary kind of acts like a wall. So it just kind of stops it in place. That is a really interesting shot. Massive RFD. This is Scud. I know that's Scud. This is what I would watch right down here. Not
Yeah, there's no area of really tight rotation, I can tell you that. It's all just generally rotating.
well, the thing that's in front of you, that what I mean by that is the stuff that's on the leading edge, that's like legit right in front of you, that part is Scud. The back over near where the RFD is surging, that's probably where I'd watch the most. Right back in here.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
You can clearly see it still has that tail cloud actually, and it's still fueling it. And there's actually, I think that might be trying to form the new, or a new level of the wall cloud, because you can see the original part, it's shaved off something.
We got rain wrapping hard around the front side of this.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
Watch those curtains. Look at those curtains brushing.
Yeah. Oh, that could be something interesting back
Hopefully
there.
right here on the left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down.
Yeah.
Yep, punching all the way up here.
There's your clear slot right up in front. Look
Yep.
at that.
Look at that clear spot.
Oh,
Oh, right here.
yeah.
Right there. Right there. Funnel. Funnel right here.
There.
Right here in the middle.
Yeah. Wow. There's your funnel cloud. Moving from left to right in front of the screen. That is... Oh, it's trying to tube. It's trying to force its way down.
It's going to come down right on top of those cars. Right on top of those cars.
Let's hope that they are not underneath the tornado then. But my goodness.
Oh, it's halfway to the ground. Oh, it's close. Circulation at the ground.
Wow.
See it.
I can see rain moving. Oh, that was really close to them.
My goodness.
It's past them.
Wow. Yeah, it does look like it went to the northern side of the road now. That still is rotating. Still has rain wrapping around the base. That it still looks like a funnel cloud, but I mean it has a ground circulation, so maybe it's a weak tornado as of this moment right now. Is that what you guys are seeing?
Yeah, I can see a very, very faint ground circulation under it.
Okay, so that probably means that it's a little bit more of a weaker tornado as of right now.
You guys figure back and back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, but it's gone.
We gotta leave.
Yeah, we gotta go. We're about to get hit by
Gotta
RFD.
go.
Yeah, that's probably something that you guys are gonna need to do. I'll tell you what, they are getting all sorts of activity up there. That the northern event of the two here today is definitely as advertised. And that is a crazy storm that they are currently encountering. I still want to mention that there is still a damage threat destructive severe thunderstorm warning here for Indianola, Crowder, and Canadian. If you're in those areas, 4-inch sized hail has been reported with this storm. So you guys really need to get into your safe space if you haven't already and stay away from windows. Massive hail spike on that western side. You can see right there. Big blue spike there in the correlation coefficient. And that basically means that all that blue is air, all the red is rain. And that means this isn't anything right here. This is a lot of air, a lot of just random values. And that's mainly because the beam from the radar is actually being reflected off of the solid objects that are within the storm, which means that this is kind of a it's a huge hail maker, So something of note with that. Just got a report here similar to what Stormscape, the Stormscape storm chasers have been telling us. Multiple small funnels, but nothing touching down as of yet from Jordan Caruthers, which seems to be exactly what we have been watching. Nothing like really touching down. It's just a lot of just general spin, ground circulation. Is that a new mesocyclone that's trying to develop on the southeastern side? It looks like it's trying. I have no idea if it's actually going to do so.
And we're back. It's shrouded in rain now.
Yeah.
Wow, it's raining here. I got a bit too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you?
oh no.
What?
That's a new vessel right there.
Okay,
That's a new
yeah.
vessel.
I think you were right about that.
Yeah, it does look like that. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking this thing might be recycling just based off of what I'm seeing with your guys' thing there. Yeah, I it does look like this thing probably could be recycling.
Oh, Tristan, would you mind holding this?
Yeah, sure thing.
It is definitely possible because you can definitely tell that the old circulation is now shrouded in rain. There might be a new part of the mesocyclone that's trying to spin up.
Mesoform right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking that this is definitely trying to recycle on the eastern side, and areas near Astoria here in South Dakota may need to watch out for the potential of some tornadic activity now.
Hey,
That's
3, 1. In front of you.
Good look.
Can you go back to the other meso for me real quickly? I want to see. Yeah, look at that there, chat. And actually, go fully over to the right towards the edge of the RFD. Because behind the windmill is really interesting, actually.
Hey, it's surging again.
It's doing the same process as the first time.
It-
I see everything.
Yeah, it's really. I wonder if this thing is occluding. I wonder. If not, it's just really shrouding itself in rain, which is kind of what it's. You know, it is a supercell at this stage. It's a lot stronger than what it was before. So that is definitely possible, but it looks like it's being overtaken by the rain. So
It is. It's become very rain wrapped in the last couple of minutes.
Interesting. It could be a safe bet for you guys to head up to the north here in a little. Maybe, are you guys near like the Astoria areas right now or what?
Sounds about right. Hey, what area are we in? It sounds... Yeah, south of Astoria.
Okay, so it might be a decent idea for you guys to go north of Astoria here pretty soon. Like the next north option, just go north of Astoria. You know,
We're
just
going
on
to
the
get-
off, just on the off chance.
we're gonna go get east now. We will resume in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, that sounds good to me, boss. Keep going out there. Keep going. Yeah, my thinking here is if they go north of Astoria, so if they go east and then north, like they don't even have to go east very far. They just go east and then north. They probably could do something interesting with that. Should they call it in? Seems like it's very capable of producing a tornado. There's a crap ton of other chasers out there, and they've been putting out reports as well. So it's not producing anything right now. And the rules of reporting is that you have to be actively seeing it doing something in order to report it. It's not about, oh, this can potentially do it. It's about, is it doing it right now? Because I think, you know, everyone can say, oh, this is potentially going to do it, right? But you don't want to sound like the boy who cried wolf. So it's not completely. Take a look at the bookend on the squall approaching Wisconsin. Looks like some rotation. Let's take a look. Let's see what you mean by this. Stuff that's south of Des Moines. That doesn't seem to be doing too much. Alright, so yeah, now we can... It might be better for us to use Minneapolis's radar at this stage. Might be better. If I sound tired, it's because I am tired, by the way. As I said, college has been a lot. I'm also trying not to be like super hype and stuff like that. You know, like if I see a tornado, especially if it's like a weaker one, try not to say like, oh, well, try not to freak out, I should say. Yeah, that does look like there could be a spin up, not a bookend vortex, but a spin up along along the squall line here. It could, could definitely be possible. It's got a tornado possible tag. This is from La Crosse. How high are we looking at? 5,500. If we go to the other radar, this is looking up. How high? 5,500 again. So, I mean, I guess it just doesn't really matter. But it does look like there is something tornadic. Could be heading towards Lake City, Frontenac, as well as Stockholm, and areas along the Mississippi River. So that might be something you guys are going to want to watch out for. Yeah, I'm trying not to scream and stuff like that and whatnot, especially if it doesn't need it. Yeah, a lot more storms did just start to form. It's a lot of storms. These storms are kind of just out there, though. They're not really doing too much. Which is the good news, of course. Thoughts on Twin Cities Metro later? I don't really see a whole lot for you guys. I really don't. Well, there's your flooding risk. I've got a song stuck in my head. And I hate someone for it. I really do. True facts. It just like stuck in my head. I think I want to just bleh. Oh, that storm just clustered. Oh, that's because another storm just formed to the south of it. What the heck? Huh. I mean, it has a mezzo. If it could just clear some of those thunderstorms out, it can work out. How's Ottawa, Ontario? You guys are fine. No. It is not. It's a small world. It is not that. I promise you. Trying to see if I can find anything on Twitter. Can't really find a whole lot. Oh, that's pretty funny. I'll like that. No context college football. I'm not even paying attention to the football, and it just came across my feed. My feed. That is pretty funny. Oh, my brother is screaming. By the way, I'm sure you guys could tell, I got a new chair. At least over the past few weeks. I hope you guys could tell. New chair. It is no longer red. It is white. My old chair is it's already tossed. I already threw it out. Is that a limousine? That's a limousine. That was a limousine. Oh my gosh. That was a limousine. Oh man. Yeah, no, the old chair is already tossed out. Garbage company picked it up, but it was so grungy and broken. Like my arm things, it was so bent over and broken. I need to tighten these ones that are on my current chair right now. But yeah, I got a new chair. It's pretty nice. There is one thing that I took from the old chair, and that is my lumbar support. So there is a little bit of red with it still. But it was a limousine. So much for weather coverage. No, it's limousine coverage now. Oh, that might be trying to produce something here near Astoria in a second. This thing might try to produce a tornado. Wonder if the guys are
We're we're going through fields right now.
Oh,
We are
See it? There's a huge cornfield to our left, but we're right in front of it.
we're northwest of Hendricks now, going north.
ah.
I mean, I could turn the camera on, but you wouldn't see anything.
You don't have to. Just it probably could produce a tornado here pretty soon.
We're getting into position.
It probably could.
If we get a clearing. We're right in the inflow of this. The road's clearing right now. I'm gonna go with it.
I'll tell you what, that would be so cool to have, just as a prank, just for me to ride in a limousine, just for like someone to ride in a limousine. I've seen that for like people's high school homecoming and proms and stuff like that. I was like,
Oh, you cannot.
never been
see
to either, by the way.
No, you can't see anything. No. We're gonna get a little bit more distance on this. We're gonna work up to 271 and then continue north.
It's gonna go through another merger. In another like 20 minutes. Right now, it might be producing a tornado. At least it's possible. Limousine coverage. Oh, geez. Well, that's good. It seems the Orioles are doing things. My baseball team's finally being relevant. I'm happy. Oh my gosh. Why is my brother screaming like a banshee? Anything major happen yet? Still in the early phases? We saw 2 tornadoes in a funnel from our storm chasers. There isn't really anything major that's going to happen today anyways, but I mean, it's still like one of those things to where we saw stuff. Yeah, I'm about to go scream at my little brother just to say, hey, be quiet. Half tempted. My family is definitely a family. The most obvious statement you can make. Hadley's not the greatest at base running. I have a feeling I would sound like one of those old guys if I went up and just screamed, "Get off my lawn!" Off my lawn.
Okay, we have to get a view on this, but it's pretty shrouded in rain.
Oh my gosh.
Here's what we're looking at.
Look at that huge
Trying
mezzo. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah. It's a bit too big to fit into the camera. We've been seeing this the last 3 days.
So,
Same stuff.
hey Nate, you remember from a while ago how we were on a Discord call and I said I wanted planes? Your response was, "You wanted planes, Morgan. You're getting planes. And this is your plane." I need photo.
Man, that's a lot of Streamwise vorticity. I'll tell you what. That is crazy. That is not a bow echo. That is a horseshoe.
Oh.
Hey, how long do you think we'll be here? Hey,
Oh, wait. I think I see where we should be looking.
To the
They're
right?
in front of us.
I see where we should be looking. Right where that rain is kind of
Yep.
obscuring something.
Yep.
Yeah, the rain's still in front of it, Morgan.
Yep.
Yep, the right corner.
Yep.
We gotta get further.
You got to be in the inflow notch, my friend. It's not like you can't just be like due east of it if you want to see something in it. You know what I mean? Because this thing is moving due north, and so RFD is always going to cut off your line of sight. So you need to kind of be like in the inflow notch almost.
Yeah. We can also tell it's kind of tightening up, but we just can't see what's back there.
Okay.
But the right to left motion is getting faster with the scud going into it.
Man, that's a heck of a mesocyclone. I'll tell you what.
We're not. Or that road, whatever.
So they're going to turn around. They're going to consider the following. Hey, blue sky. That's the first time I've seen blue sky in any picture today from that area. Man. Yeah, you can definitely tell they're college students, right? Man. Trying to look to see if there's anything more on Twitter that I need to find. I can't really find too much. Yeah, I don't see too much, which is the good news. No text messages from what I can tell. Oh, that's cool. Um Have I seen the tornado in France? I saw a bunch of tornadoes that were over in Europe earlier. I hope not. I hope that's not what I said. April! Nice to see you. Hello, hello. Is this thing trying to form another storm to the south of it? It looks like it. Looks like there might be another storm. Just got a bit separated. You're fine. He's still backing you. Oh, I know. He's chasing for me right now. He caught 2 tornadoes, and we've seen a funnel cloud. It's fine. It doesn't. It is what it is. I try not to curse on here. Usually I do a really good job of it, so even if I do, it's not intentional. It's a family-friendly stream, right? Totally family-friendly.
Yeah, we're really trying not to say. Yeah, speaking of that, I have to announce now when we're about to turn on the camera.
Whatever works, all right?
Oh, that is.
Yeah, it's pretty low. Right side. We're a tad bit in front of it. We're trying to continue north.
You're going
West.
north?
And here, well, the road stops going west here. It turns north.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely what you guys should do. Go north, and then go west. That is a heck of a...
Never mind.
Let's go there.
Yeah, go that way.
I'll tell you what, storm chasers love their
That is
dirt roads.
Planes.
Look at the tail cloud developing on the right
Oh,
side.
wow. Look at that.
I'm not going any farther.
Perfect. Hey,
Yeah, this is great here
this is great.
for like 2 minutes
Hello, Chaser.
until it passes.
Why don't-
They're probably
Wait, is that car coming towards you? Or...
No. Yes.
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 Crap.
Thank you. They're probably stopping down there.
They
Yeah,
are.
that is a great view of it right here.
Okay, they're stopped. All right.
God, this storm is massive.
I mean,
More
you wouldn't
food.
think it is, but it is.
Oh,
Hey.
look at that to the south of us.
Is
Yeah, there's
there
another storm that's gonna end up.
is there another dirt road that goes north of you, or that goes north by like a quarter of a mile? No,
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, there is.
I was gonna say you could
We have
probably
a-
go get away with doing that right now and then just going, but
We go
Yeah,
straight.
that's what I'm thinking
If we
too.
go straight out east, we can get north for an expansive period of time.
Yeah, these are really nicely gridded roads, so we're in a great place.
my thing about it is that if you go back east again, you're suffering the same issue of just you're getting blocked by the RFD.
Yeah, which we're about to again, so we might as well go
Yeah, let's go.
north.
Training.
So you gotta go north regardless, but eventually you gotta go back west.
No, there's a road up here. Caleb is just getting in the car.
Nah, we almost left Caleb.
Oh my gosh.
This is great job, Morgan. Faithful.
Um. Yeah, they are doing the storm chasing move right here of just getting close and then moving up into the inflow notch, which honestly is what I would do. True facts. This thing is moving like 10 to 15 miles per hour. You know, it'll be kind of interesting to see what's going on inside there. Odd Events with the 5. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, no problem.
We're gonna turn to the right. Or in a
Oh,
little bit. I don't know.
We got views on top of views.
You could lean forward here. Okay. You're not in the shot.
I'll,
This is actually kind of
t-
Okay.
I'll tell you what. It does look.
so.
Yeah, that's totally safe.
I'm preaching.
You guys are being totally safe.
Totally. Position. So I don't know what. Oh, try.
There's your wall cloud. There it is. I think there's another supercell, by the way, that's forming to the south of y'all. It hasn't formed, or it's,
Yes.
yeah. It hasn't matured quite yet, but it's still kind of just like, it's there.
Holy mercy.
Hmm.
Nothing else tornadic has really happened anywhere else. I mean, there was one report to the northeast of us. That's about it.
Yeah, the thing in Kansas clustered. Well, Kansas and Missouri.
He knows where they're. He's old enough. So there's an inflow tail on the right side, and a new tail cloud developed. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. So we're gonna keep going this way, and then we can.
Yeah, we got to get more east. We're about to get shrouded with rain.
I was gonna say, go north again and then go east.
So we're gonna go out here. We're gonna turn right, and then we're gonna go to one and go.
Sure. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that north road goes right.
I'll tell you what, South Dakota. South Dakota, and now gonna be Minnesota actually here in a second.
Great view of it. I am sorry I can't show you, but it
Detached my head from my neck. A false start.
Do these guys sound like they're having so much fun, chat? I think they're having fun.
Oh, it's a mix of fun and
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Is it better than yesterday?
Time to go from it back. It did, to say the least.
Hey, if you're storm chasing, you still gotta have fun somehow.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth?
It is. Odds. Great. That is really special. Really special. It's trying. Consolidate again. I don't know if it's going to be able to. That's Southern Cell may. Yeah, Southern Cell may become the dominant one.
Oh, he's still booking down south. Doesn't make any sense.
That might be Minnesota.
Welcome to Minnesota.
Is Blanco, Oklahoma going to be good? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. I think you guys have the potential for some severe weather tonight. I don't think it'll be tornadic, though. I think it could be large hail and damaging winds, but it's kind of hard to specifically forecast if one small area is going to get hit or not. It's just like the probability of it happening. The probability is decently high. Looks like they are turning around. And oh my goodness. They are cooking up
Do
something.
this now. Are you able to hear us? We have unstable connection.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay, cool.
Regretfully so.
Big inflow
Disappointment.
tail. Not gnarly lowering right there, actually. It's hard to tell if something's in that, but
I'm waiting to see that clear slot punch. I'm waiting for it. It's right there. It is right there.
have you guys crossed into Minnesota yet?
Yes, we just did.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. That is really interesting. You can clearly see the RFD bulging right here and the clouds just spinning out and the tail cloud streaming in on the side.
Middle of the shot. Right in the middle.
Caleb is wonderful. I love Caleb.
Caleb's doing great today.
He is documenting a lot of stuff. I'll tell you what. That is a
My SD card
with
and my USB.
but no, you can clearly see.
No way.
Wow.
It's for Kansas.
Oh. Ouch.
Yeah, that was like about.
Well, I mean,
A
guess
month
who
ago.
else?
Be Mulhall, y'all. That's all I gotta say.
That is the wrong state.
What happened?
That nothing.
Severe thunderstorm watch?
Huh?
Nothing.
No.
Mm. Looks like it's in that
No.
constant cycle.
Still,
Yeah, that's
it's
what
still
we're
cycling.
thinking too.
I really wanted pretty soon we might have to drop south on that. Because I saw that little
On that new cell,
yeah,
yeah.
It looked very low. And you might be able to see it past that hill.
Not quite
here.
yet. I think you need to give this this cell one more shot.
That one's not low enough
I'm just
yet
talking
for me
about-
to say.
Future reference.
Right. No, 100% I agree with you. You guys should eventually, but
But this one's still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's still trying to.
Is there there's a whole nother line developing?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh wow, there is. Yeah, there's
Oh,
another line of cells developing south.
yeah.
We'll be in here for a while, Nate.
See? Northern Risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are. I was to begin with. What's your?
Look at that tail cloud.
Yeah, that tail cloud's getting larger
It is.
and longer. Ooh.
That's trying to do some funny business there.
Yeah.
I don't see the clear slot punching in yet.
Not quite yet.
Although the RFD may be trying to surge.
Yeah. It's not feeling all that froggy quite yet.
I'm waiting for that clear slot.
You know what? Honestly, I think it's not bad.
Yeah, because this precipitation right here is coming in.
Yeah, it is.
I think we have a couple more minutes on it. And then
75.
yes.
Nate, I don't know if you heard, but we're probably gonna get east here in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Yeah, east and then north, I guess. Or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw more pie yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago,
I-
when I was on the call with you guys, I heard about that.
And immediately saw our first tornado.
Yeah.
Your
I'm sure today has been an experience.
mm-hmm.
Say the least.
You should have seen the first tornado we rolled up on today. Oh, it was large.
Large cone.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying it out there.
Oh yeah, we're loving this.
This took
I don't believe so. No.
sand.
Dance?
Sand.
Hmm.
Oh, the right side of that's really condensing.
Right.
It's starting to, but it almost looks like it's hardly rotating now.
That tail looks like it's kind of getting cut off a little bit.
Mhm.
So I don't like
Well, it's also being blocked by a rain shaft now.
that is kind of blocking.
Those easterlies are picking up now.
It's trying.
It's a gas.
It is trying to get some gas.
There's something behind the rain on the left. It's like scuddy.
Oh. Doesn't help that we're still trying to recover from the sickness, but
Never stop chasing.
never stop chasing.
The one
What
thing
can
I
say?
do see with the wall cloud right now is it looks like it's arcing down. So it's almost kind of like shelving out a little bit on that part. But
I would also like to point out this, and I told Riley this about a minute ago, the tail cloud is kind of disappearing.
which probably means that now would be a great time for you to get on 75.
Hold on. Look just south of the wall cloud.
That's what I was
Oh.
looking at earlier. That's what I was looking at.
There's a new one way back there.
Why is the tail cloud coming back on this? It's coming back.
It is.
Go north on that
What?
road that's in front of you then.
Business.
Sorry, what?
I said go north on that road that's in front of you then.
Hey, Morgan, he says go north on the road right in front of us. Mhm.
Hey,
Mm.
y'all cows better get the
Oh,
shelter.
hold on. We're about to get hit by rain.
Rain. Y'all
Go
cows better
for
get
sources.
Which is the reason why I said go north on the road that's right in front of you. This thing's moving
Picked up.
north.
Y'all cows got to get to shelter. There's a fly. Why are my high beams on?
I don't know.
Here comes. Here they come.
You guys are
Oh,
great
man.
chasers, I'll tell you what.
Cows, you gotta get shelter.
We are getting swarmed by cows.
We at least entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cow over convection. Cow over convection here.
Yeah, we got cows.
We need to show it. We need to show it.
Y'all are
Cows, man.
cows. You guys are
Know it.
something. I'll tell you what. This is now in Minnesota now. This is near or southwest of Canby, north of Hendricks.
Yeah, that tail cloud's back.
It is back.
That's a tractor. That is a tractor.
Tractor chase.
Oh, we saw. Oh.
Hmm.
Tractor chasing.
While they're doing stuff, I'm gonna take a look at the other weather that's around. Stuff in Missouri continues to create a lot of winds. I'm talking 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in some spots. Otherwise, flash flooding is still happening because it's just nothing but convection in that one spot. Henry and Johnson counties here in Missouri are definitely going to want to watch out for the potential of some more flooding. There are some storms that are in north central Missouri that might need to be watched, but other than that, should be okay. Should be okay. Moving down south. Yeah, there's not even a severe thunderstorm warning in Oklahoma anymore. Yeah, there's a bunch of severe thunderstorm watches. That's realistically what we got here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. So realistically speaking, there's not really too much to talk about. Why did my phone go off? Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to see something here. I don't see too much stuff. Yeah. I want to check something here real quickly, Chad, if you guys don't mind. I know there's a few things that I said I needed to do. There's one thing that I wanted to check up on. Interesting. Yeah, why does my phone keep going off? Stop it. Doesn't make any sense. Sup, Sage? Nice to see you. Sup, computer? Nice to see you as well. So right now we're kind of just seeing Morgan, Riley, and Tristan and Caleb, the whole Stormscape crew. They're chasing in Minnesota right now. It was in South Dakota. They crossed the border. They're now looking at that.
Looking at that, I was about to say.
The timing is absolutely impeccable. I'll tell you what.
We're just on that connection today, I guess.
In my backup camera. Okay.
Right. Round whatever number.
Around like 1700 or
17.
something. I don't know.
It's another mini-sized wall cloud, but it is there.
Yeah, it's done this every time it has cycled. It's gotten a lot smaller, and then it just gets bigger. As time goes by. There's Morgan.
It's
Yeah,
Morgan,
Morgan
you're
on
like-
the right side.
just like, thank you.
We might as well just walk in front of the camera. We might as well.
What I mean, listen. This is technically one of those model shows, you know what I mean, where you have the red carpet, you just start walking down. Showcase.
No, it shouldn't be. It should be going further north.
My
Yes.
thing about it is that there might be some anvil precip that's heading into the storm at this stage.
Yeah, there
Possibly.
definitely is.
We definitely have some preset back here. Taking a look at reflexivity. Yeah, definitely. Morgan,
Sup, Colton? Sup, Andrew? Nice to see you.
That's weird.
oh,
No.
That
No.
looks not.
No.
I think the northern one might be starting.
I think the
kinda-
north.
I think it is Jover.
Yeah, I think the northern one is starting to die.
Is it gone, Mike?
I think it is gone, Mike.
Do
It's
we have
not.
to run south weekly? Are we running
Uh,
south?
It's def. I don't know.
Yeah, I
What
think.
to do because this segment almost looks upscale.
Yeah, that's the case. Nate, we would like a second opinion here on where to move to next, as we believe that this is pretty upscale.
The one to the south.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay. That makes things pretty easy, and thank you.
Let me see.
I mean, the south isn't doing anything as of right now.
No,
Whereas this one that
but I mean, the one to the south is the entire reason why the one to the north is dying. So,
I am going to use Morgan's phone here for a second. Sorry, not sorry.
Are you using my what?
I'm using your radar.
Okay.
That's
how
all.
dare you?
Oh,
How dare you?
where's the movie? But yeah, you are pretty right. This is growing pretty upscale.
Yeah, you can see. Look at the outflow boundaries for.
Do not.
Yeah. Yeah, we could try and follow the southern part of this for now, but that's still going to be pretty upscale.
I want to wait for it to do something down there before we drop it south.
That's true. But then again, what's it going to do up here? Also, it is
Well,
really-
once you drop south, it's going to be hard to get back.
yeah, that's true. Morgan is now posing for a photo per sources.
No, he does not deserve that.
Okay, no, he doesn't. He doesn't deserve to be on live, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
we're done. You are not manning this anymore.
I sent a text back to you, April. Oh, can't send mess. Resend it. Thank you. Sheesh. Yeah, I sent you a text back, April. So yeah, this thing looks pretty dead. It kind of does. It has rotation, don't get me wrong, but it's just not here at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep. It has rotation aloft. That's the one thing that I do know. So it's just got to fix its issues. But yes, it does have rotation aloft, which means this thing could potentially try to recycle. Anyone else having issues with the mobile version of Radar Omega? It's possible. Radar Omega has been kind of... yeah. been doing things. Yeah, that's a lot of rain. That's also a pen that's reflecting off of the windshield.
Riley's Apple Pencil just got a featuring in the live stream.
Yes,
today.
it did.
That's funny. Yes, Oklahoma has been firing off some storms. It's been doing that for, what, a half an hour, I think? Something like that. But whether or not it can sustain itself, we'll have to see. Tornado probably occurring southwest of Ringgold, Louisiana, like 15 minutes. Really? Really? Where is Ringgold, anyways? Ringgold is down here, I think. Which means we'd have to use that radar. All right, we're gonna go find out. Oh, my shoulder is killing me right now. At least my muscle part of my back shoulder. I could kill for a massage right now. Try and tighten that up. Or untighten that up. Because I am definitely feeling it. Feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. How long am I streaming for? Probably another few hours. We'll see. Yeah, I think you understand too, April, why I did it too. Just want to make sure that, you know, they can get back to full strength. Especially since I heard that they've been really tired this entire week, so. I have no idea where Ringgold is. I feel like I know, but I don't know. Ringgold south of Ryan, Oklahoma. No, Ringgold, Louisiana. He said Louisiana. Oh, up there? That? What do you mean a tornado is over here? I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
Hey, quick question for you.
Yeah.
We drop all the way south to Madison, South Dakota, where there's another line forming, or what? Because this segment here that we're on looks to be pretty much outflow dominance.
Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of is, but the one that's near Hendrix has upper level rotation, so you just got to bank on the hope that that storm. I would stay on like the southern supercell of this cluster. All right, that's what I would do. And then
I don't even see the rotation you're talking about with it.
it's aloft. It's like I'm looking at what is this?
Is it on the north or south side of the cluster?
South side of the cluster, just about a mile north of Hendrix.
Okay, here's the thing. We realistically have to drive past it either way if we want to get south.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
My
So we'll see if it's doing anything or
That's my thing. I say you get to like 75, you wait for things to like move about, and then if you need to, then you can go back.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Because these storms are moving slower than molasses. Ah, so I see. Still gonna be riding. That is a lot of vorticity in 3 Cape. I'll tell you what. Holy goodness. I want to test something. Here, chat. Yeah, I don't think they should be that. So now the hope is, can anything anything else form out in front? You know what? Let me look at models here real quickly, chat. I'm very interested. I've talked to Mark recently, April. Julie, I haven't seen her in a bit, however. I think she should be fine. At least I hope. I hope. Now casting is so fun, they said. It'd be easy, they said.
Hey, Snyder.
Yeah.
125 3 Cape and a Fort Max down on those showers by where, Franklin?
The only issue is your vertical wind profile states that your wind shear with height is 10 knots.
Because it's right in the middle of the low.
Exactly. Which is the reason why I'm like, the more I think about it, the more you probably shouldn't. So I would stay on that. Stay on that line. I know it doesn't seem like nothing, it doesn't seem like anything can happen. There hypothetically should be more storms that are going to form in southwestern Minnesota. And that's where you come in.
Sweet. All right, we'll just chill here for a bit then. In the meantime, enjoy the pretty sky in front of you.
Yeah. It's, thanks, Blockdy. Oh boy. Where is... Yeah, there's the lacrosse radar. So there's still that cluster that's heading into Osage. I'm curious to see what Minneapolis's radar now says. Is that storm near Franklin starting to rotate? Franklin? Franklin where? I'm covering a bunch of states here today. So I'm gonna need specifics. Huh.
Hey, Nate. You know
Yeah.
how you said the South might have something on it?
Yeah, why?
There it is.
That doesn't look half bad. It's not terrible.
Look at the clearing on the right side of it. That's
It,
what you were looking for.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's definitely not the best thing that you've seen today, but I mean,
Oh, yeah. Hey. That's a beer morning for sure. That's
it's
great.
trying.
Guess where we are? South Italy, Minnesota.
South
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Same thing.
Excuse me?
So close. I made a new state, South Minnesota.
South Minnesota.
Northeast Minnesota.
Okay, now you're making up directions.
Why did you guys decide to be storm chasers again?
Because Cloud's pretty.
Cloud's pretty. I feel like I'm watching a movie of Into the Storm.
I don't know whether to be proud of that or take that as an insult.
I think we should take it as both at the same
I think you're right. Should I like cry on stream for views?
Gosh. This is on the border of South Dakota and Minnesota.
Man,
There's
why
a
did you make
storm
us-
or two that's all the way over there, but that would take forever for you guys to get to.
Yeah, that is a.
Why is there like no radar over here? There's like no radars.
No, that's a question. Why is that such a rain-free day? What is going on? There's no rain. Oh, that's it further back. Okay, that makes more sense.
That's very good.
So, I'm gonna read it down here.
Huh.
The one to the north is still there. Barely, but it's still there. We can see both of them at the same time.
Yeah, what? That's because
I don't know.
that's
We're still getting a flow. Are we getting
Franklin, South Dakota. What?
Minnesota.
trees are swaying that way? Well, which way is the wind pushing your car? You're driving. You should be able to feel it. Need another ghost.
I have no idea where Franklin, South Dakota is. Let's look it up.
Somehow, that sucks.
No, there isn't rotation southeast of Madison near Franklin. There is not. You have to look in the higher tilt. It's contaminated. Contamination. Totally the most amazing thing in the world, right?
You know what? This might be the scuddiest, closest to trash-looking wall cloud I've seen, but it has a tiny bit of an inflow tail.
It's trying to survive, but
It's trying. We're getting outflow winds up here north of I mean, it's to the south, so maybe it's still inflow. We're getting inflow down
Maybe
there.
some.
Oh, we might have to take dirt roads to get up there.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we might take a dirt road, get up that. Yeah, we could. Where's my phone? Oh, there. That's not mine. No. But it, oh, it fell down. That's a good. Like I know I have it. You might see my pencil again. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Right. Your stream seems like it's probably really boring. You need help.
I mean, it's slightly boring because there's like nothing going on.
Hey, it's okay. We're about to get you a view of probably the most trash wall cloud you may ever see.
That doesn't even look like a wall.
No, it's not this yet. It's over there. I'm waiting to get over the hill. Okay, it's wow. Okay. Oops. Yeah, it's back there somewhere.
Back behind
There's
the
a
hill.
place. Yeah, it's behind the hill.
I should have drawn up another street.
Ah,
Hey.
Like I said, probably the most trash wall cloud you'll ever see.
that is pretty high based, I will say.
This is a certified extreme wall cloud chaser Morgan J. Fold classic.
Clearly.
Watch this. Trash birds.
Oh, another dude. We have some more overcount action. That's great.
Where?
Back there.
Okay.
So where's the other thing? Is that the other thing?
No, it's behind. No, right.
Yeah. I turned north here.
It's like that's south, by the way.
I turn left here.
Yes.
Boy, yeah.
You know what? That's a
Left-bound.
better sense of direction. That is a rain-free thing.
It is
That thing is rain-free. There's nothing around.
very, very LP. I can see the blue sky behind it. I
I'm
think.
really struggling to adjust to this. Hold on. What is going on?
I'm out. Coyote settled.
Good enough.
Interesting.
White. Lemon.
There it is.
Off my phone again.
You really have your priorities
It
straight.
fell on the ground again.
Really do.
What? It's that phone is.
Sure it is, buddy.
So, funny enough, the HRRR says that your area is practically the only area that is relevant. Like that cluster.
Yeah.
It's triple R casting like mid event is absolutely crazy, Nate. I hope you know that.
Yeah, but if the HRRR says that nothing else is going to happen besides that cluster, then you know you're really up the creek.
Yeah.
What anything else
What did I
even
do?
happen?
Do this?
Period. Dude, look, this here. What did you do? What did you do?
Who did this?
There.
Oh, that sounded great.
Rap is starting to predict a lot more capping in Missouri. Oh, geez, that's a huge E EML.
Something about getting EMO.
I don't even know if that's a
Why
legal
is the
thought.
5 tour even as far south as it is?
Yeah, good
I-
question.
I don't
Really good
know. I don't know.
We might need to go to JG Wentworth 877
Cash
Cash now,
now.
because the storms really are starting to try and organize into a line. of
Dude, it's
hurricane
right
storms.
on top of the low.
Which means you're not going to get any veering whatsoever.
Wakanda.
What?
There's a town in extreme southeastern South Dakota called Wakanda.
What? There is.
I saw it and I had to say it. I'm like, Wakanda.
Oh my god.
Wakanda.
That's amazing.
It's next to violin.
The violin.
That's-
We are getting
ridiculous. It is
very
all-
creative with our names down in South Dakota.
It's also next to Mayfield.
God.
No,
Yeah.
Why?
There's a
No.
Mayfield right
there
there.
is.
There's a where?
It's next to Irene.
It's also next to Irene and Spring Valley. I'm back in New Jersey. And Centerville. What is this place?
Jeez, you guys seem to be.
Davis.
Listen, we got to entertain you somehow. There isn't much going on.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think the wall cloud's dying.
You can no longer be counted.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I think the storm is just considering.
I'm gonna step out.
Boring.
Is that? What?
Yeah, he's gonna start grading again.
Cameo of Morgan.
There. Hi, Morgan. Okay, bye, Morgan. I'll be right back.
Are you walking in front of it too?
No, I'm just going back into the front seat.
Yeah. I wouldn't spend too much more time. I wouldn't feel too bad if you decided to say, "Hey, we're probably going to start heading back or finding a hotel
Well,
here soon."
We do. We already got a hotel in Omaha, so I mean, not a horrible idea, especially since we have to get back to Norman tomorrow.
Well,
So
that doesn't sound half bad, because realistically speaking, if this doesn't start forming a few extra storms,
we can sit here for a couple of minutes, not really doing much or have much going on per se.
We'll see how long of a drive it is to Omaha.
yeah.
Tell you what, Waffle House does not sound half bad right now. If they even exist here, that is.
It's 4 hours. What just happened?
What?
He connected his phone to it.
You did what now?
Hold on. Morgan's trying to get you a copy. of
Yeah,
this
Morgan's
drive,
trying to DMCA you, so that's great.
He's trying to copyright. What
He's
in the
playing
world?
Van-
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is not looking like a storm anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. This just looks like clouds with some rain. Oh my gosh.
I need some new friends.
She needs some new work accomplices.
Yeah, I really do.
Hi, Nate.
Who are you?
You should go walk back over there, so I can leave you. Yeah, that is definitely outflow. This whole thing is dead.
Yeah, this is.
It's going northeast.
Yeah.
That's gonna change anything.
It might be
so
gone. Might.
we could go up here.
Idea.
It's only like 2 hours north of
What is up there?
What? Morris.
Well, my
There's-
thing about it is if you want to continue to still chase, you got to go east, and you got to like book it east. But my thing is that risk, if I was chasing, is not that worth it.
Are you talking about the stuff like along the border?
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's gonna do much.
We cannot get to that, nor is that going to do much of that.
Well, it's going to be riding whatever open warm sector warm front shenanigans that's going to be doing stuff.
Tomfoolery.
I mean, realistically speaking, the model said that was going to be a part of the warm front, and that was going to be like the things that try to do other things. But my thing about it is there's not enough 3 cape for it to do things. That's my feeling. Which means, yeah.
Chris Wickland was on the tornado we saw earlier too, the photogenic one.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. So how many have we seen today?
3.
3.
3?
And then
At
like
least
what? 2
maybe
extra
4.
funnels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, maybe 3 funnels actually.
No, I'd say 2.
2.
That seems like a productive day.
Yeah.
On that, you can no longer make fun of me for seeing less tornadoes than you.
Yeah, I've only seen 1. And I've
I'm
only
glad
been
you're-
through 2. Well, been through 3, I should say. Well, technically 4. Technically 4, but
Technicalities. All right.
well, I got hit by 2. No, I got hit by 2 of them.
So I have a question.
Are you looking like right border of South Dakota, Nebraska?
Oh.
Is that what
Yeah.
you're looking at? Oh.
I was saying, do we want to go food or? Yeah.
I would go get food and then I would go home.
Morning.
That's what I would do.
I
Because
would be totally content. I'd be content with this place.
well, because
Yeah,
even
these are literally riding that.
who are these people?
Okay. Where is the old inn? The old inn.
Yeah, chasers are going all over the place. They're like legit just scattering.
They don't know what to do.
I think
The
they
old
just.
mill inn.
I-
The old mill inn.
I think they just want to go
My
home.
Massachusetts, and my second option is the United Kingdom. Which one should I select? Omaha, buddy.
Jeez.
We are going to the United Kingdom in one stream. Yeah.
United Kingdom. How are we getting to the United Kingdom? There's an ocean in the way.
We can just drive on it. That's fine. Only a little bit.
I
of
saw
water.
an Instagram reel of a car driving on water. We can try that.
Rent one of those. You know those like pool floaties?
You
Just
need
throw
to
them
stop.
on
You
tires.
need to stop.
Car goes short. Why did it stop being long?
Nate, why are you friends with us?
I don't know.
Cargo trade. Why did it turn into a trade?
Should you be concerned about the storms that have formed west of Tulsa? I wouldn't be concerned. But I would be prepared regardless, because they probably could be severe on its approach. Trying to check something here, chat. Should you be concerned about Northwest Missouri? Once again, I wouldn't be concerned, but to a lesser degree, there might be a couple more storms that could move on through that area. I mean, these storms have just been a lot of clusters. That's what we've been dealing with. A lot of clusters. See? They both just went south. I don't understand. I have no idea why. Oh, well. It is what it is, I guess. But no, I mean, Tulsa's going to get some severe storms here. One thing I would say is if you have any cars or any valuables outside, like pets or fragile items outside, I would bring them inside. And if you're in a mobile home, I probably would get in a sturdier structure, because if hail does get large enough, they probably could go through the ceilings of the fragile roofs that you guys have there. So that's what I would consider. What's the outlook going to be for tomorrow? Believe it or not, it's actually not all that bad. It's another 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. It's for portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. 2% chance for tornadoes, 15% chance for wind, and then 15 sig hail, which is pretty interesting. Can look at it with the models here just to kind of see what's going on. I'm going to cherry pick some stuff because I'm curious about the tornado potential, and I'm not too worried about getting technical with it. That seems to be a boundary. That's like late morning. Interesting. Oh, we have storms that move south. Yeah, no thank you. And that's a bit of an inversion there on its own. It's a lot of heating at the surface. Little elevated. Oh. Interesting. Environment across remains conditionally favorable for strong severe storms. Confidence in the degree of redevelopment is low. Okay. So that makes sense. I'll show you guys what they're saying right now about their environment out in front in Iowa. This is what they're saying. That seems legit, tabletop. I'm going to the Ravens game tomorrow, which means I will not have anything. We'll be back to hopefully our regular upload schedule. So our next upload will be on Monday, and then we'll have something on Wednesday, and then on Saturday again, stuff like that. Hopefully, I'll be able to balance it all with college and stuff like that, which hopefully this week I should be able to. I shouldn't be able to have any sort of issues. But currently camping in Boonville, Missouri. Sheesh. Let's see where Boonville is. In contrast to some of these other storms. But yeah, as I said, redevelopment is kind of low, according to what they said. So, all right, Boonville is near Columbia. Okay, so that means that there is definitely some, or there was actually some activity earlier. Now it's not as bad, believe it or not. Although there probably will be some more rain to come into that area. Just won't be anything super significant. How's the event doing? Seems like it's starting to kind of deteriorate a little bit, and now it's a bit more of a hail risk, which probably means that I'll probably skedaddle here relatively soon. I've been drained this entire week from college and stuff like that. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of hail. If you're in a severe thunderstorm warning tonight, you guys should definitely watch out for that. But honestly, there really isn't much. I'm curious about one thing real quickly. Because if I have something that's answered to me, I might actually skedaddle now. But trying to find it here. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I lose more and more confidence.
All right, I think we're gonna end it here.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're probably gonna end stream, I assume, because you've been talking like you were.
I mean, all it is hail now. All the stuff in Oklahoma is just nothing but hailers.
Yeah.
I think oh, people are talking about football. I could talk about football in the chat just for a little bit, and then
Colorado got
Yeah,
beat up
Colorado
today.
died.
Yeah, Colorado. Someone pick up the phone. We might have a potential fraud.
At least
Hey,
we are from.
We are 4-0.
We are 4-0. Yeah. We're number 2 in the Big 12 because Kansas won today.
Oh, no.
Man,
Boring.
boring.
Tulsa has a decent vertical wind profile, but I mean it's. If there is tornadoes, it'll be past nightfall. They'll be a bit deviant, but I mean,
You better start walking.
That's a lot of severes in Lake Shawnee and Seminole.
Yeah, there are. It's a cluster though.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at everything finally.
And Tulsa's like right on the edge of a severe.
I suppose we could do eye hopping.
I'm fine.
hopping.
I've
You ever been to an before?
I've never left an IHOP feeling like hopping.
The nearest one's in Sioux Falls.
Somehow Nate has picked up on our stupid humor on the way here, and he hasn't even heard it.
We're just on that.
The closest thing to it was cargo shorts.
Cargo
And he said that.
Jeez.
He is one of us. You really are, Nate.
Hey chat, what's more entertaining, us or Nate? Be honest.
I mean, you guys are
I am-
providing the storm chasing footage, so I'd say you guys.
Oh yeah, storm chasing. Great grass and clouds in front of
Yeah.
us.
Hey, listen,
You go there. You can almost see a wind turbine. Oh man!
pinwheels,
Wind turbine.
pinwheels.
Pinwheels.
How
Very large wind turbine.
how hungry?
Oh,
Not
jeez.
really, but
I think the Giant
I mean, but-
season is over. I think it could be following the next 2 weeks. True
What's
facts.
that? Back to Back to Omaha there.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me. That was not Morgan's question. I am not Morgan.
Yes, he is now Morgan.
I am Riley.
Morgan J. Bell. Morgan J. Bell.
Road,
No, I don't approve
Yeah,
of that.
that's
road
Riley.
brand or hopes.
I think we should. I think we should introduce y'all to chat and stuff like that. Then
Turn the camera
Yeah.
on.
have
Turn the camera
people have people get acquainted with
Hello.
Yo.
voices and faces and stuff like that. All right, so you guys already know Morgan already. Morgan is this dude on the right. On the left, you've seen him a couple of times. He's
Pepperman.
Riley has helped us chase in some previous streams, such as March 31st, and I think there is another one, but it's eluding me. I can't remember.
June
No.
14?
Noble.
No more. It's just that one, just the 31st.
June 14, I held down the
Yeah.
fort. So
Oh, well then he was just chasing in general. But that's Riley right there in the shotgun position. Behind him in the pink shirt, that's Tristan. Tristan has so here's the funny thing about Tristan. All right. So when Morgan
boy.
and I
What did you say?
were thinking about going out to see someone else in the car who's in the yellow shirt. Morgan and I were originally just like, all right, let's just go out there and let's just go see and visit our friend. And then Tristan was like, well, wait a second, hold up. What if I come too? And we were just like, oh my God, this is going to be the craziest like trip in all of trips.
It was.
And Tristan, for reference, had transferred over to Oklahoma to be with obviously everyone else in the car, and they started the storm chasing group that is now Stormscape. They're planning big things with that group, and obviously I'm really excited to see what they do with it. But that's Tristan over there. Tristan is he's a character himself. In the middle, I'm not sure how frequent she's going to be with these guys, or if she's gonna ever talk or stuff like that. But I believe that's Ava.
Nope, that's not it. That's not the right name. That's Hannah.
That's Hannah.
Great
That's
job.
wrong one.
Great
See, I
job.
barely see. So the funny thing about it is they refuse to have me talk to anyone else. So
That's incorrect.
We just don't find the time.
yeah, is that what that is? So that's
Yeah,
Hannah.
whenever we have people over here doing something.
They also just run away and
That is true.
They do run away and hide.
why are you gone on this trip for 3 days? Then
Experience.
Terrible
Experience.
decision.
So is
No,
Hannah
that's
going to be a part of the group technically, or is she just kind of like along for the ride?
See.
we're probably gonna mix up. We're probably gonna mix things up, honestly.
Yeah.
So it'll probably change from chase to chase.
We got a bunch of other people.
Yes.
We got
do.
other people.
That's true.
Waiting.
You guys are gonna have a fleet. This is gonna be kind of funny. And then last but not least, Mr. Wonderful in the back corner in the mustard shirt over here.
Now you've seen it for the camera every time we pull over today.
He's kind of like the photographer with Riley, but I mean, it's still like he does some really good shots. He knows how to really set things up. He knows how to really kind of get the whole picture. And I even saw that too, and we had amazing conversations even when we went to go see him in Ohio. And heck, when we even went to go chase, we saw each other for a second time going out into Indiana. I mean, we all were just
We're not. We are.
No,
absolutely
no,
not.
no,
We are
no, no.
not talking
Let me be.
about
I wasn't there, and that was painful for me.
yeah, that chase
I was
was.
trying to help you guys.
You can thank the Canadian
Hey.
wildfires for being idiots, all right? Because that's the
Yeah,
only
well,
reason
We did get EML'd, didn't we?
we got
Thanks, Jimmy.
EML'd heavily. But that's Caleb.
We got Jimmy to make
So
Hi guys.
we have Morgan,
very good.
Riley, Tristan, Hannah in the middle, and then Caleb back right.
What?
So that's the
Mr.
group that we had for today.
Yeah. Why on earth you chose us is beyond me. But
For anything.
we ball haul y'all. We ball
Yeah,
haul y'all.
There you go. That's what it is. So, yeah, they all go to Oklahoma University. I eventually will be heading out over to them. I'm going to transfer. It's looking more and more likely. So, we'll probably, you know, it would be pretty funny if we decide to start a Stormscape YouTube channel. You could add vlogs and stuff like that outside of chasing.
But we haven't started uploading to
Yeah.
it yet.
It does exist.
Well, you guys could just like do vlogs before you even chase. You know, like it's not even during chase days. You guys would be like in the house. It'd be the Stormscape house, guys. It'd be the Stormscape house.
So we've become
Whoa.
freaking
I put
weather
Weather
bros
Bros
at this point. What are you trying to infer here?
The weather house.
The weather house. The house of all time.
The team crafted house. The team crafted.
Nate, go play Fortnite or something.
Yeah, go
What are
play
you doing?
It's time for you to go home.
Funny part about it is I don't even play Fortnite anymore.
Yeah, you play ball game. That's what you
Ball
play.
game is amazing.
Better. It's so much better. You have to explain to them what ball game
Yes,
is.
you
Ball
need
game
to.
is Rocket League, but every single time we mess up, we scream at each other.
And we mess up quite often.
That's the
We do.
stipulation. We're never sane. We just scream at each other the entire time, and it's super funny.
Right. Wrong way.
And for what it's worth, every time we
Which
play a
one?
game, we lose more and more of our sanity, and yet we still go back to it. Why is beyond me? But,
Team bonding.
Why is that one turning counterclockwise? Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm
because-
saying.
Oh, we're now extreme wind turbine chasers. Apparently,
They're turning different
We're
directions.
looking at
That one,
they're turning to
They're angled the same way, but they're spinning in different directions.
The turbine conspiracy.
turbine. Don't work ahead.
These
No, they're
guys
all
are
spinning-
also obviously
Yes, they are.
There's no way.
high IQ. Very high IQ, clearly.
They aren't.
Yes, they are. Look, you just have to angle your head correct.
These ones to
You
the
gotta-
right are spinning that way. The other ones are not.
Those are spinning.
Yeah, those are. These ones
Oh
spin.
my.
To the right. Same as the case.
We will drive over to then go. Then go.
See, this is also the reason why.
They're not spinning the same way.
We have a neighbor here arguing in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, look, some of those are spinning the opposite way.
This is what we do in Rocket League as well. This is what we do to team
Why are
bond.
those moving clockwise?
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm right.
Wind turbine
I
specialist
was
Riley
right.
Bell.
Yeah, I guess you were right. You were wrong. I was right. That's
Do you want a cookie? Like, Jada, do you want a cookie?
yes. Where is it?
I don't have one.
God. Why offer? Serious.
Because yes,
Okay, we never answered the question of food.
IHOP.
IHOP.
The nearest one's in Sioux Falls.
Not IHOP.
Golden Corral.
Yes, that's right.
4 hours.
It's gonna
To
be
get
close
dinner.
until we
I think
get
it's a rewarding feeling.
Hey, chat, where should we
That
go
would
for
be
dinner?
11.
Yeah, where should they
yeah,
go for
we
dinner?
need food ideas.
Should we take a look, chat? Should we take a look and find
Yeah.
where?
Chat decides where we eat tonight. Chat decides where we eat tonight.
Do they know where what a Golden Corral is?
Not going
I
to go
do.
for-
I know
No,
what Golden
Chad
Corral
decides
is.
for
It's
us.
not really that good.
It's not really that good. You're 100% correct. But I was gonna try and fool you guys into going to a Golden Corral.
I have a Golden Crown Lanyard. It's pretty mid. Gotta say.
I went there once. I'm never going
How
again.
about the Feathers Nest?
A feather's nest.
Where's the bird?
Hendrick's Dining Center.
Do
That
they have
sounds
any
like a-
more?
OU cafeteria.
Oh, apparently Ryan's restaurants are further. Oh, Ryan's are permanently closed now. They went out of business.
How about Harry's American Grill in Kentucky?
Food in Kentucky. What?
Kentucky. Kentucky. Huh?
Hey guys, I found Morgan's parking pass.
Yo, I forgot this was here.
Oh
Carolyn
my
Park.
gosh.
Farallon Parking from July of 2023. Guess we're on that anymore.
So where are you guys gonna drive to? That's the real question. Like, are you guys going?
Our hotel is in Omaha, so ideally we're going south on 29 the whole way.
Oh, okay. Then you guys are gonna go through Sioux Falls, Sioux City.
See.
Yeah.
Who's me?
Let's see.
This would make this would kill me.
How hungry are you guys?
Mexican food at a dining center that has
Eh.
one review.
That sounds great.
So would you be
I like-
hungry once you get into Sioux Falls?
Yeah.
Probably. It's 7 o'clock now.
yeah.
All right, then we're gonna take a look at Sioux Falls. Then chat. We're gonna see where they should eat. All right.
IHOP again.
Do you want to sit down and eat or
Yes.
Yes.
restaurant?
Should we try a place we're not familiar with?
Leave that to chat. Leave that to chat.
Leave it up to chat.
Leave it to chat.
Cracker Barrel.
Never been to a Cracker Barrel before.
Oh,
Oh, it's
I know.
not worth it.
Well, the breakfast is
not
good.
worth it.
The breakfast is good, but
Well,
that's if you
Kinda
want
not
breakfast for dinner.
I'm no.
Yeah, you know, it's post-tornado
Olive Garden?
dinner time.
Olive Garden, please.
I can eat breakfast for dinner anytime.
I could do the same.
And then again, we did want to go to a Waffle House to begin with.
Hibachi!
Nah,
Hey!
Can we go to Olive Garden, Sioux Falls?
Honestly,
I don't have
Olive
that
Garden
much
doesn't.
money.
SF
Olive Garden.
41st Frying Pan Family Restaurant. What the heck is that?
They want Olive Garden, Nate.
Sioux Falls 41st Frying Pan Family Restaurant.
That's a mouthful.
41st Frying Pan Restaurant.
Sioux Falls
Falls
41st Frying Pan Restaurant.
41st.
You can't do it. You can't say it.
You can't do that.
That's good for Jeff.
Who can't say it?
You can't do that.
Menu. What's on their menu?
Shit against Texas.
Cheeseburgers, chicken wraps, combos,
Did you record that?
No, just look at this
Chicken wraps.
frying
Pizza
pan.
Hut.
Oh, so it's kind of like American country style. Like it's home food country style.
Hey Morgan, do you want some mac and cheese?
No,
I
I
want
don't
mac
really
and
want.
cheese. Give me that stuff. I'll take it. What is
There's
hibachi?
a cult.
You've never heard of hibachi?
No. We all went to Applebee's yesterday and ordered the exact same entree, except him.
I ordered two
Japanese
on-
hibachi is amazing. I love
all-
Japanese hibachi.
mac and cheese. Orchie mac and cheese.
on that cheese.
Our humor is so broken.
The Olive Garden in Sioux City, Sioux Falls, is an hour 30 away, and it closes
Denny's-
at 11. That would be time.
Denny's.
I love how the camera
There's
is
a
just
Denny's in-
Morgan
There's
here,
two
and then
family.
Caleb-
There's a Denny's in Sioux Falls.
Oh, Denny's. Gosh.
There's a Denny's. There's a Denny's. Yes.
My
Where's the
family
open
keeps getting Denny's no matter what. I just want to like
Denny's.
die.
No self-respect. See?
I love
You
mac
know-
and cheese. Don't bully mac and cheese, chat.
I agree. Mac and cheese is great. It is great.
Do not bully macaroni and cheese.
What?
I feel like I missed something. I wonder why.
No, oh no.
No,
You don't
No.
get to.
no, you don't. No. Sorry.
Who are you?
I'll text you what I said.
Mm.
You cannot read this.
Laptoping.
That Olive Garden's on the south side of town.
Laptoping.
That's what it is.
Our humor is
Burgers.
so broken now.
Marlin's
Then-
Family Restaurant. Urban. What the heck? Oh, that's like dine-in bar style. Closes at 10. That's not bad.
I might have to plug it in my laptop.
Oh,
The laptoping thing.
Mac and cheese is good, chat. I'm saying don't diss it.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, the way to make me feel better about myself. True facts. And this is for any time someone makes me upset or if I'm upset at myself. Get me Japanese hibachi and I will immediately become your friend. That is how it works. That's the only way I get bribed into whatever you want. Just give me Japanese hibachi.
Okay. So, Nate, are you just gonna teleport yourself to us? We'll throw you in the trunk because we have no space left. We can go to the hibachi.
That is so
Yes.
illegal.
Yes. You can strap me to the roof of the car as long as I'm
You
able to
will
eat my
become the
hibachi.
pro, buddy.
I am the drop son.
Head towards,
Yeah, we can go intercept now.
we go
Alright.
head towards the place so at least get some.
Can we go intercept food now?
Because we're
please?
gonna
Yeah, like, can we go 0 meter to restaurant?
Let's set for Olive Garden
Olive
So
Garden
it-
it is.
in Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
What's a
What do you
Shields?
reckon?
stream?
I have never heard of a Shields before.
I think that's a stream.
I think that's a stream.
Chain, apparel, shoes, gear for sports, outdoor
Green Reader.
recreation. Yeah, I've
Green
never heard of
Reader.
a Shields before. You can DoorDash me hibachi. I can DoorDash myself hibachi. I'm saying for any of my friends that know me well enough that have my address, like, you can give me hibachi. Or if we meet in person, like for the first time, and you want me to, like, you know, just listen to you for the rest of the day, be your slave.
A flat bag of Cheerios. Outside of my car. Do you not want it? It's like it's a brick. Come on, look at it. You want it.
All right.
Get off the car, buddy. Get off the car.
Well, I think we shall consider multiple followings here, chat. I think we've oh my gosh. Anyways. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it because there's not really too much left going on. I'm gonna take a look at yeah, these storms that are over in Missouri aren't looking super tornadic. The stuff that's in Oklahoma, a lot of hail, but not really anything more. So, yeah, I think we're pretty much done. I think we're pretty much done ski. What did you say?
We're going to Olive Garding ourselves.
Olive
Oh,
Garden.
there it is.
Just make a new language at this point.
Yeah.
We have to speak out of that.
What the hell was
Let's not get copyright.
Chat, you didn't hear
And it's
anything.
supposed to be family friendly. Thank you.
Anyways,
What is happening?
thank you guys so
What
much
is
for
that
watching.
noise?
We'll be back. If you want more of our shenanigans, we'll be back. Trust me, we'll be chasing the last second season here.
Maybe not. Their car's about to explode.
Oh, dude, I thought like
I'm not driving Caleb's car. We're fine.
That's true. That is
or
true.
a Hyundai for that matter.
All right, y'all. Say
Alright.
goodbye, and then I'm gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful. All
That's
right.
me.
I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So
Yep. Sounds good. Thanks, Lock.
You
Gonna mute-
cannot play that.
gonna mute
cannot.
y'all. There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. There's not really much more that we can do. One thing I will say is that if there's any sort of severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings that are issued, make sure you get into a sturdy building. All right, that's pretty self-explanatory. Mobile homes won't cut it, so you just need to just, you know, get into a sturdy building. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the content, you can get a full screen of yeah, if you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe if you turn on notifications, share this with friends and family and on social media. Follow me on social media. Follow them on social medias. All sorts of stuff like that. Their car probably just crashed because yes. Never. Oh gosh. I'm gonna go home. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna edit that, and I'm going to put the "Sweet Dreams Are Made of These" in the background because there's no music that they can hear. Oh my gosh, chat. Yeah, I'll go to bed. Sleepy time.